Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Good morning, good evening. Alright. Okay, so it is Wednesday. So that means, of course, today is time for Elden Ring. And as always happens every week, I don't really remember what we were doing. I'm gonna have to just jump in and see where we're at. Hope that I remember. I remember I beat the gargoyles last time. And then I went to the tower, and did I end at the tower? I might have ended right after I got to the tower. Maybe that's what I did. I don't remember what the plan was next, other than to maybe explore some areas that we hadn't gotten to yet. So, I mean, as the title says, where are we going? I don't know. How do we get there? Come on, let's go. I wonder how many people will... I'm sure some people will understand that reference. But also probably a lot of people don't, because I feel like that reference is getting more and more outdated by the day, by the year. It's not even that old, it's just that I'm old. There are a lot of people, there are adults who weren't even born when oh, that's right. Okay, I did finish the tower, and then I gave this fight a try. And there's no... Oh, wait, I think I got down to half health last time. Oh, where are my runes? Did I spend them all? I think there's only... Oh, no, they're up there. But I think I only had a couple hundred, right? Where are they? Right up there. I guess I tried again. I can't remember what my plan was. Oh, maybe I Terra Magica and try to blast through. Oh, whoops. Only I'm showing. Oh, yeah, whoops. Thank you. I almost missed that. Thank you. Also, hi. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, there we go. Video, audio, mic. Good. It's 29 runes, that's all it was. Yeah, I got distracted while I was setting up, and I forgot to switch the screen over for a bit there. I guess we'll give it another try. Oh, that was close. I forgot I should be drinking this. This might help. Oh. Alright, so far so good. Alright, come on. Let's go. Wonder if I can get another Terra Magica up. Yeah. So doable with the Terra Magica. I don't know how that missed me. Doing well. That's good to hear. Oh, I forgot about phase 2. It's too far. Oh, that hit me! Yeah, I'm doing okay. I mean... Lucky I'm dead. Oh, this is so doable, but I don't know any of the phase 2 stuff, but I can definitely get to phase 2 consistently now. Phase 1's not that hard. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well, all in all. It's been very hot here, which has been unpleasant, and been kind of busy, which that's not unpleasant, but it's tiring. But nothing overwhelming, just like it's just like tiring. You know, it's not like not so busy that I'm feeling overwhelmed, but busy enough that it's hard to find time to do all the stuff I want to do. And and of course, as I've mentioned on Twitter, in the past like couple days, I've had a lot of inconvenient things happen, which are none of them are really that bad. They're all just kind of annoying. A lot of stuff breaking, basically, which is annoying. Come on, that hit me. That barely. At least I have time to stream sometimes. Well, I mean, I stream at the same time every week, 3 times a week. That's part of my schedule. That's part of what's making me busy, I mean. Because, I mean, the thing is, I'm the kind of person who really sticks to schedules, so I make sure to plan everything out. And the reason I have time to stream is because I've built it into the schedule as a thing I'm required of myself to do. Alright, here comes the roll. Come on! That's annoying. Oh, that's not what I need to do. That's fine, though. Come on! Oh, okay, you're gone. How many? I got the reset. Okay, it's fine. But I mean, yeah, I guess it is good. I mean, again, like I said, I hate canceling streams, and I also am all about maintaining a schedule. So the stream is part of one of the things. I mean, I enjoy it, and I like to do it. Obviously, it's fun. But it is one of the things that I think of as a thing I am required, like that I'm obligated to do in some sense. I mean, obligated makes it sound like I don't like to do it, but I like to do it. But I also feel obliged to. There's no getting around that. It's just the way it is. But there's like a lot of other... I say that because there's like a lot of projects I want to work on. And, alright, or not a lot, but there's the one main project that I've been trying to work on a lot lately. And I've been doing as much as I can, but there's only so much time. It's gonna roll. I hate this roll. I don't know how to dodge it. Maybe I just need to run away. Yeah, like I said, there's a big project I've been working on for months now, and I would be doing that in my other time. Ugh! So it's not really. That's not. I mean, there's also, yeah, you know, obviously, if I had free time, I might maybe play games or stuff. But honestly, like all of my free time right now is going to this project, and that's not really personal because it is something eventually I hope to announce or to talk about. It's just that it's not really quite at that state yet. This is so close. Get it, got it. Got it. Godskin, noble hood, noble robe, bracelets, trousers, bunch of armor. Cool. Let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like. Greatly increases arcane to the detriment of physical attack power. No, this is not the right one. That's the... I had that already. Godskin, this one. Sewing together patches of smooth skin. Wow, that is very gross. Subcutaneous fat makes it plump and soft. Okay, nothing special, just armor. Very good magic resistances. For the low weight. I mean, the armor I'm wearing now is stronger, but also like 10 pounds heavier. Cool. Nice, we like to see that. Let's just warp over. Oh, my runes that I never picked up. My 29 runes that I forgot about. But yeah, basically, the 9 hours a week I stream, again, like I said, I really enjoy streaming. I do it because I like it. You know, it's not like I don't want to stream. Like, I do want to stream, and I like to do it. But then that is 9 hours a week that I'm not able to work on the other stuff that admittedly probably needs the time more than the streaming, if that makes sense. Like the streaming I just do for fun. I mean, I'm doing all this stuff for fun, but like, it's not like I'm just streaming kind of just like as a thing that I like to do, rather than expecting it to, like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like the stream I do just because I like it and not for any other reason. But then this other project I'm working on, I'm doing because I want to do it and I want to be able to talk about it. So because of that, I want to be able to put more time into it, but then I can't because I just have to stream and I have work, which I'm also just had a lot to do lately. And then I have just need to have time to not be doing stuff, which I still maintain that. I'm very good about like work-life balance type stuff because I've definitely had experiences with burnout, and so I've gotten a lot better over the years at avoiding burnout. And it's something to always be kind of aware of because you don't want to burn out. It's not fun. And sometimes it's easier said than done to avoid burnout, but there's definitely some stuff that can help, you know. I think for me, actually, I mean, some people it probably wouldn't help to always be trying to keep things on a schedule, but for me it actually helps a lot to maintain a schedule because it means that I kind of like know what to expect and I know when my time for various things is. So for me it helps a lot, and it's one of the ways I manage my workload and my burnout. So what do I want to do next? I mean, I could continue to explore all over here. This is actually probably what I would do. But I kind of had the realization, I feel like I should probably go down here because I haven't gone down here, and I feel like this is probably not that high level given how... I'm pretty sure I could have gone there from like the beginning and I just never did. So it makes me wonder if maybe I should go and just beat some stuff up there. Or at least check it out. Because like the stuff here is pretty strong still. Although not overwhelmingly so. Like it's manageable. I'm almost to the point... Well, I'm at the point probably where I could do that tunnel that I got trapped into at the very beginning of the game. Like day 1, stream 1 or 2. That was a long time ago. That was months ago. August, or not August, when was it? March or something? I don't know, a long time ago. There's also still this island, which I've noted, but never... I assume I must just get warped to it, so there must be like a teleport to it, because at the time, when I first saw it back way at the beginning of the game, I thought maybe there was like a way to like cross the ocean or something, but no, increasingly I'm realizing I think you just gotta get warped to it somehow. Or go underground, although I don't see a way up to it from underground. There's no like well visible. Maybe I'll go south. I wonder if this is the... no. Where's the Altus Plateau? Probably up here. This must be the plateau that everyone's always talking about. Because we have to be able to go east of it. And there's probably a plateau, and then there's more east over here. I would guess. The clouds seem to cover the land. I don't know. I don't think I had I'm trying to remember my notes. What else I wanted to be doing next. Yeah, I should do a lot of the stuff I wanted to do. There's a lot of stuff in the earlier areas that I kind of left behind that I could go back and do, especially like Stormvale Castle. Some stuff in Liurnia. I don't even remember what that is. I have something listed here. I don't even remember what it means. Okay, you know what? I do kind of want to explore this area, but it feels like this is going to be a big area because it all is just connected all up here. Whereas this looks a lot smaller, unless it extends the map, which is possible, but I feel like I gotta at least check it. Because if it is pretty small, then it'll be good to check now. Although maybe it will extend the map. I feel like the map has gotten extended when I find a region. And it would be weird for it to be as small as it looks here. It's gotta be bigger, right? Than just that. And if that's the case, it's gonna be something. But I guess we'll go look and then we'll know, right? That makes sense. It's been so long since I was over here. Everything here is just going to be a chump, right? That's how that works. Die! shot. Okay, yeah. Jump. Ooh, did I ever... I don't think I ever jumped up here, but I don't know what's up here. Die! Die! Actually, maybe I did come up here. Oh no, but I didn't get that sparkly. So that's something. What'll it be? Come on. Starlight shards. Huh, it's a consumable. Recover FP. Nifty. Alright. Everything, as suspected, everyone here is a chump. I could just go through and slaughter them all, I guess. Brass shield. Indeed. Happy you try really hard to keep a schedule of yourself. Sorry for later. Oh yeah, no worries. You don't have to worry. Yeah, I'll see the message when you say it's no need to rush. But yeah, me too. It's just something I like, helps me a lot personally. You know, maybe it's not for everyone, but I think it's very useful. I just, you know, sometimes I think about it because like I see a lot of people, you know, especially like streamers and stuff. We're like, man, I don't know how. Sometimes it's not possible, right? So for some people, it's like they don't know. It's not possible for them to really keep a schedule that easily. It's just not realistic, and that's totally understandable. But I see people always wondering, like, oh man, I don't understand how people are able to make a schedule and stick to it. Like it's so hard. And for me, I'm just like, it's so much easier for me that way. I have so much a harder time trying to do things spontaneously without a schedule. Like, if I don't have a plan and a schedule, I just won't do things. Maybe I should just, even though I doubt I'm gonna ever... Oy! Ow, bro. Oof, so strong. I broke the poise. Die. Kaiden armor. What have we got? Great epee. Cool, cool. Yeah, I guess I never came up here. I never did all the stuff down here. Did I do this? I should go check. Not that this stuff is particularly useful, but I should clear it out. It's still worth clearing, I guess. I'm gonna ignore some of these enemies though. Just killing them all for chump change runes is probably not worth it. Oh, I have been here, I guess, because there would be runes here to pick up. I do vaguely remember coming over here. Oh, can't open the map. Too many enemies. Look at their chump change runes. They're giving me 23. Nothing. Okay, I think I've been here as well. I remember this part, but I don't think I explored all of this. So let's go clear out past on this set. I wonder how strong these crabs are. Is crabs still scary? Alright, these crabs are not scary anymore. The other crabs still scary, but these are little baby crabs. Giant baby crabs, maybe, is more accurate. They are still giant, but they are baby. Oh, yeah, I've been here. I remember this. There was a guy here or something. Talked about the dragon. I don't remember exactly. Oh, what's down here? This is suspicious. I need to be rotating the other way. My sword's on the right hand. Alright, I guess I should get off the horse. It's just making it harder. Got some string. Ruin fragments. Sparkly, more enemies. What is that? That's a skull. Crab eggs. Oh, should have used well, actually, I don't remember. I might have already been down one, and I don't think it would have given me more than one. Okay, water drown, so don't go there. Guess there's nothing else over here. I thought there might be like some sort of cave mini dungeon or something. It just looked so suspicious. Still kind of does. Ooh, that's suspicious too. No, I guess not. I was like trying to see if there's a path over there somehow. I almost walked right off the cliff. Alright. I guess that's that. Die. 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 Oh yeah, 3 hits, 3 kills. They didn't stand a chance. What do we got going on over here? What? Something's after me? Oh, this is the edge. Oh, but that's the other side. Okay, so we gotta go over there. Oh no, what will I do? Dang, angry boar. Dang, they're really going at it. They're really trying to get me. So much screaming. Oh, more bait sparklies. Thank you. Large club. Oh, jump. Like that. That'll help. Come on. Uh-oh. There we go. So high. Where's the actual crossing? Wait. Oh, it's still further this way? Oh, over there? Is that it? It's so far. Climb, climb, climb. I'm doing it. Come on. Climb, Torrent. Nope. Oh, jeez. Wow. I guess it counted as falling even though I was sort of sliding down the whole time. Go all the way around. Oh, and then this is the way to the Everjail. Okay. Hi, bye. Don't mind me. Okay, I don't really need to take this, right? I've already been both sides. I mean, I'll just take it just cause. Why not? Just to jump, get a bird's eye view. The path ahead. Anything over here? I keep getting sidetracked by random nothing. Alright. This just connects over to this side where I have mostly been. I don't know if I did this stuff. I think I did. Okay, I'm gonna stop distracting myself. Alright, let's just go take the bridge. New area, new area. Ooh, free runes. Something died. Who died and gave me runes? Alright, let's see how weak these guys are. Oops. Ow. Quite weak is the answer. Ah! Oh, boy, I was not ready. Die. I missed! Now you die. Stone Sword Key. I mean, look, we like Stone Sword Keys. Always use more of those. Bonfire. Unsurprising that there'd be one here. It's the start of a new section. Weeping Peninsula. So it is called a peninsula, so it's probably just this section? If it were much bigger, it wouldn't be a peninsula, right? I mean, I guess it's all... Okay, that's not true, right? A peninsula can be huge, right? So, like, arguably, Florida entire thing is a peninsula. Do you get lost often in this game? Sort of? I mean, there's a map, so in that sense, no. I check the map a lot, so I don't get lost exactly, but I definitely get distracted a lot. And there are times where if I'm not looking at the map, I might disorient myself, or, like, I'll get distracted and sidetracked and end up somewhere where I don't think I am. So in that sense, kind of, yeah. But... I mean, there is always just a map, so it's not like I get entirely, completely, just fully lost very often. Sometimes in the dungeons, maybe.
Hello? Is somebody there?
Hi.
Might
Oh, blind.
I bend your ear for a moment, please?
Okay. Hi.
My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south. The servants there have rebelled.
So are you
I
not a
can't be sure
servant?
what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over.
Jeez.
My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay.
Okay.
He
I
says
understand.
it's his duty.
You're like a noble of some sort.
As commander.
I want... Okay, and you're just telling me? Do you have a quest or something you want me to go...
I fear for father's life. The servants are full of wrath.
Full wrath.
Filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They
But
haven't
not
spared
you?
a soul.
How do you keep getting away?
I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father at the castle?
You don't want me to...
My soul wishes that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe.
I mean, sure, understandable. Deliver... Yeah, I'll
Thank
deliver
you.
it. Understandable.
Dearly.
But,
Then
like...
please, take this.
You don't need me to, like, take him out. You just want me to deliver the letter. But also, full wrath. That's good. Not half wrath. Full
Deliver
wrath.
it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please.
If you please. I understand that that's, like, sort of a... They're just using, like, kind of fancy, old-fashioned language, if you please. Well, that's not even that old-fashioned, but, like, just, which just means please. But it makes it sound like they're saying, you know, if you want. Alright, well, Castle Morn. I mean, Bridge of Sacrifice? Nice. Where's the rock? Oh, there it is, the map rock. It's all the way down there. It's so far. Let's see how strong these guys are. If they're weak, Castle Morn's gonna be a pushover. I wonder if they're, like, driven mad or something. If there's something going on. Hi. Okay. What about the giant? Hi. Ow. Alright. Answer. Everyone weak. Get bumped! Is there a chest on this? Ooh, there is. Well, there's an item. Morning Star. Oh, they're getting butchered. Golden Rune 2. Oh, we're in Golden Rune 2 territory. That's how... they want me to look at that and go, dang, Rune 2! I don't know. But I've been fighting Golden Rune 10s. I mean, we're still going to take a Rune 2. Look, we're going to take whatever we can get. I haven't even seen these enemies before. I mean, they're not strong, so I'm not scared. But what? They are very gross. Oh, I should have used a flask, just to get the refill. There's the sparkles. I mean, it's probably just that, right? I think it's that. The direction sounded kind of strange. Stop running. Ash of War, Mighty Shot. Oh! No, come on. I whiffed the jump. Just wanted the sparkly. It's just a ruin fragment or something, I think, but... Oh, I missed a drop. Is that a dead body drop, or is that a pre-written drop? I think it's pre-written. I forgot to grab it. Smithing stone. Well, those are the ones, 2s we can buy now, so we don't need those, but we will take them. It's effectively free runes that way. We are at the point that we need the, what, 3s and 4s? That's our choke point now, I think. You know what? Let's go get the map stone first. It looks like this might be the castle also, though. Ooh, bonfire. And a merchant. Oh, we got 10,000 runes that we cannot spend on levels because it's our levels are too expensive now. So I guess we'll shop at this probably pretty cheap merchant because it's supposed to be... As suspected, this is probably somewhere we're supposed to be pretty early. That was pointless for me to sit there. All I did was respawn everything. That was dumb. Hello. Got anything for me? Oh, I skipped your dialogue. Sorry. Well, I mean, again, we're just gonna buy out the smithing stones and the stone sword key. Oh, a cracked pot. We want that. Okay, we don't really care about any of this equipment, I don't think. None of it looks important. Oh, I'll take that. Some info.
Not finished yet.
What do we get? Demi-human mobs. Slay the demi-human mob's leader first, and the rest will lose hope and panic. Oh, nifty. It's good to know. Thanks for the info, sir. Let's go grab this map rock, and then we can come back and explore everywhere. But I just want to get the map so I can stop looking at this brown parchment. There we go. What do you want? Oh, that's the castle. Where did that come from? Oh, that's where. Scary. Okay. I can't even look at the map because it's targeting me. Let's just back up. We got the map now anyway. Let's go explore this thing. Oh, that did! I didn't think it could reach me. It didn't actually hit me. It hit Torrent. Didn't even do that much, but I guess because I jumped, it went higher instead of getting hit in the ground early. That's funny. Come on. I guess I could go rest. That'd probably clear it. You're really gonna make me rest? Come on. Down to 6,000 runes. Great runes. Oh yeah. Well, I still only have the one. The other ones I have don't do anything. There's one of them's dead. One of them is just for rebirth. So that's weak. New map. There it is. And look, it does appear to be the end. Okay, good, good, good. This is Castle Morn. Must be. Oh, other paths, maybe they're harder to get to? This looks interesting over here. Do I do the other stuff first, or do I do Castle Morn first? It shouldn't matter, I suppose. Let's go back to the beginning, though, and maybe clear it out, like, all the way. Clear out this section by section. Clear it out. So start here. Clear this out at first again. Although I did the stuff in the middle, I just need to get up the sides, which might be might not be that easy. Like, I might have to go all the way around to get up. Oh, or I might need to find a well. Actually, this looks like a well. So I might need to come from underground. Although, maybe it's not a well. It's kind of hard to tell. Hard to tell if it's a well. Where's another well? I can't... There. There's one here. See any... No indication. Alright, so... Yeah, this is all just a wall. We can't get up there from here. Everything respawn. I'm just gonna ignore it, because... I can't be bothered. They're too busy dealing with each other, right? Who cares? Oh, maybe I can get up here. Oh. Okay. No, it's still... There's more up here, although... Oh, there. That'll get me up there. I was already here. This is where I just was. Alright, let's go do this top section first. Quite the jump I've got there. Ooh, can I jump on top of the building? I can! I made it! Last second redirect. Great turtle shell. That's nifty. Is that it? That might be a shield? Yeah, there it is. Too heavy. Barely too heavy, but... Skill. Barricade shield. Sir Neidhart. Focus your energy to the shield, temporarily hardening it. Huh. Oh, and it gives stamina recovery, right? Like all the other turtle stuff. Warming stone. Okay, now the question, how do I get down? Oh. I could just jump down. On this side. Cool. Okay. Let's explore this, like, plateau. Ah, it's a tower. Oh, it's gonna have a memory stone. These have all had memory stones so far, I think. Can I get another memory stone? Look, I ain't gonna complain about that. Although, as I've mentioned, I'm getting to the point where my memory stones are starting to become a hassle. Although, I still am gonna take them and still gonna use them. But I really gotta start paying attention to my spell positioning, which I have been, and it's been okay. After I switch things up a little bit, it's been better. Oh, I need to read the Eurydice's Rise. Eurydice. Seek 3 wise beasts. Alright, turtles again. Oh, there's one. Bop. Oh, this is the way we're supposed to see the first one, I guess. Oh, there's a bonfire over there. Should probably go hit that. But I could also just keep doing this first. Alright, turtle number 2, where are you? In a tree, maybe? On the wall? That's how the other ones worked. Or the one was just way below. What was that? Nope, just splashes. The splashes looked weird for a second. I thought I saw something splashing. Other than just me. Turtle. first one was so easy. It was just right there. So do those always have starlight shards? That's only the second one I found, though. And I've seen one of those things before, I think. Where are you, turtle number 2? I mean, I guess it could be further away. It might not be right next to it, although I can't imagine it being too far. Looks like it's got to be kind of close. This is just a cliff. Let's not jump off this. Turtle? Turtle? Whoa, that looks interesting. Oh, spooky. What are they doing? Turtle. I always pick up all these crafting materials like I'm ever going to use them. But I've hardly crafted in this game. I think it'd be more useful if I was playing a build that like actually cared. Like if I was playing a build that used arrows, like I could craft arrows and stuff, because those are limited. I mean, I could be using pots, I guess, or like greases and stuff. Those could be useful. Oh, I have enough of stuff that I could be making a lot of certain ones. Like, I could make this fire grease and just use it before every fight, and that would be fine. Maybe I should be doing stuff like that, or like every boss fight. I just never think about it. Because, like, that would just be free extra fire damage, or whatever. That's the kind of thing I probably should be doing. Same with the pots. The thing is, the pots are just, like, free extra damage also, and I should just be throwing them. But I can only carry, well, now up to 10 of them at a time. And they're still kind of slow to do, but the thing with the grease is it's just a buff, so that would be better. The pots, I still have to, like, throw them, and if I'm going to throw them, I might as well just be using a spell instead. Like, that's probably stronger. More damage, and it takes the same amount of time. More or less. But stuff like quickly coats armament. The string is quick, I see. But you need string. Which, actually, I only have 6... I just picked up 1 earlier, and that was only my 6th one? Wild. I guess you need to farm those, the goblins. 'Cause I guess that's what drops it. It is splashing. Oh! Oh my goodness. I saw the splash that time. That was what I thought I saw the first time, but then there was nothing there, and I walked through it. So I just thought, no, I'm just seeing things. But it was a thing. It was invisible. That's cheating. So we actually just gotta watch for signs of it. Also. Dang. Glad I happened to be looking that way and just really actually noticed it that time. Where's the third one? Gonna be up on the tower? What else could there be? Seems like an obvious one, except then we'd need a way to hit it from range, so you'd have to... I guess you can always have a bow or a crossbow. I mean, you're not guaranteed to have that kind of stuff, though. I mean, I have spells. As long as I can target. Which I guess is also not guaranteed. If it's too far away or something. That wouldn't really make sense, though. That'd be a little bit rough to, like, put it out of reach. I don't know. I have like the suspicion it's gonna be like on the cliff somewhere. Because they did not do that last time, and I thought they would, and it wasn't. It was just way down below. Last time there was one, again, in the open, one on a tree, one on a lower level. Don't see it here, though. How far away could it be? Could it be on that thing? I don't think so. That seems too far. Suppose I should at least look again. This seems too far. Oh, hey, Fennec. You're awake? Just up? Working on stuff or something? How you doing? You're also usually not here for Elden Ring. I guess you're just awake and thought you'd say hello. Because you haven't been watching Elden Ring, right? Just thought you'd pop in and say hi. Alright, for sure. Yeah. You just up working on stuff? It's pretty late for you. Trying to sleep? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I feel like your sleep schedule has fallen apart over the summer. Since you don't have classes to go to. Insomnia kicking your butt? Dang, that's rough. Yeah. I know there's been times where I had a hard time falling asleep, although thankfully I don't usually have an issue with it. It's been really bad. Again, I think for me, I was talking about this earlier, because I was talking about this with regards to streaming, but for me, having like a pretty strong schedule is really one of the things that helps me with things like that, is like just being a very scheduled person who likes to follow schedules. Even though I stay up late a lot of the times, because I like know when I'm planning to sleep, or like what, or like roughly when I need to wake up and things like that. Kind of helps a lot. That's why school helps you sleep good. Yeah, exactly, because it's a forced schedule. It forces you to follow a schedule. Oh, was that it? We're hiding in the bushes? Gotcha. But yeah, that's why I was saying summer seems to be kicking your butt with sleep habits. Seal on the rise opened. Yes! Also summer heat. Oh yeah, that's true. I know, I basically just sleep like no covers or anything, fan on all night. It's not great though. Even then, it's still kind of warm. Let's go get ourselves, I'm assuming, a memory stone up here. Yeah, I hope you're able to fall asleep and get some rest. Indeed, another memory stone. Alright. Got spells out the wazoo. Character look crazy. Well, it's a... yeah, this is actually a helmet. There's my character. But this helmet is very useful. So, that's why I have it equipped. I could switch it out maybe. I'm at the point where there might be better helmets, but it's decently strong armor, and also it makes my spells stronger, which is the main reason I have it. And it hides my face that I basically did not pay attention to during character. I was not very... I was so wanting to get into the game that during character creation, I was not very careful about it. Not that I think my character looks horrible or anything, but it does not look that... it doesn't look notably good or anything. I just kind of slapped a character together and went, yeah, that works, and then moved on. Okay, that's that. So now we can do this section, hopefully get over here and do this, and then we can move on to what, here? Although this kind of connects to this side, which I don't necessarily want to do now. So maybe here's a nice boundary. So I can do all the stuff down here, and then when I come back, I can do all of this and move on. Yeah, that works. Oh, that's right. I gotta figure out what's going on here. This is spooky. Started playing Terraria recently. I've seen you playing it a little bit. It's fun. You mostly just do whatever your friend tells you to. Yeah. I bought Terraria because I was thinking of playing it, and then I just never got around to it. So I own it because it looks fun. I've wanted to try it, but I've been so busy. Well, I bought it a while ago, but especially lately, I've been so busy. I don't have time for anything. This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. Like, with all the stuff I'm doing, it's just like, I don't have time for anything between streaming and my work being busy and just like oh, you're scary. Between and just like needing to have some free time. Oh, and then my projects, which is like takes up almost literally all of the other time I have, and would probably take up any time I emptied. So between all of that, it's just like I don't have time for any new games or anything really. The music is nice and it's pretty fun, yeah. Yeah, it looks really nice. It looks kind of fun to just hang out and play. Alright, so that was this feels like it was meant to be intimidating, but I'm extremely overleveled. So it was not scary at all. But that's fine, I guess. Yeah, because I was saying, I was also trying to play Don't Starve Together, but you got frustrated and gave up. Yeah, Don't Starve Together is another game I also kind of wanted to play. I've played a little bit of Don't Starve, but it's definitely kind of I could see how you would get frustrated. The game's fun too. You just have no idea what you're doing. Yeah, the thing with Don't Starve is it seems fun if you know what you're doing, but when you don't, you just kind of die a bunch until you start figuring it out. And the people who do know, like, are like, oh, just do this, and you're like, just do what? And then you die, and you go, what? You go, oh, I'm dying. I did play a little bit of it though. I played like, I played a few times, but I just never got very far. I mean, it's the kind of game that I think it seems fun, but at the same time, it's like I'm not really that good at survival games, if that makes sense. Like, it's just not really a thing my brain does very well. All right, ooh, there's a catacombs here somewhere. Oh, over there, cool. We'll do that. It looks fun if you knew what to do. Right, there's like so much stuff. I remember playing, this was a while ago, it was a long time ago, like before they actually had the co-op mod. When I was playing it was only single player. So, I haven't played Don't Starve Together, really. I think I might have played it a little bit with one of my friends or something. You enjoy going around grabbing things though, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'd play it with me? Yeah, I mean, maybe we can try sometime or something. We could try to play that or something. See things and you're like, that's probably something, but you have no idea what it could be. I know, right? There's just like a bunch of stuff, or like you see a structure and you're like, I don't know what that does. Probably does something, but I probably shouldn't touch it. Yeah, maybe we could find time to play some games or something. Like I said, I've just been so busy. Like all my free time just goes to my project, and then even though I like streaming and I do it because I enjoy it, it is still like 9 hours where I have to do that, and I'm like always kind of wish I could be working on my project. But then on the other hand, it's like it's actually more than 9 hours. I mean, it is 9 hours, but it's also in a way more, because often I'll finish streaming and then I'm just like tired and I don't want to do other things. And on normal days I'd be working till later than that, right? Than the time I stream. Like I'd be working until I go to bed at like, you know, midnight or whatever. But when I stream, I finish at like 10, and then it's just like I need to decompress for 2 hours and do other stuff. Although, actually, lately that hasn't been the case. Lately, I've been working on the project even after streaming, because I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's fun, but it is also tiring, but I've been enjoying it enough that it is sort of serving as decompression to some degree, which is good. Because, you know, I gotta make sure that I'm not overworking myself, right? Can't let myself burn out or anything. Although, as I was saying earlier, having dealt with burnout at various points throughout my life, I've gotten pretty good at dealing with, or like, working in ways where I'm not going to burn out. It's not perfect, but I am decent at it. Be down to play games on stream if you ever wanted to. If that's the only game time you have. I mean, I would be down for that too, it's just that the time is not great for you. I mean, I would of course be down, and I would love to sometime. Like, I would love to do that. It's just that I know that the time's not great for you. And as mentioned, I like to have schedules and plans, so we would have to make sure we decide in advance, which I guess maybe would help, knowing in advance that you're going to be up late playing. Yeah, if you want to do that, we can do that. That would be fine with me. I would love to, but we'll have to figure out what we want to play and when. Yeah, the nice thing about the streaming is that it does sort of allot gaming time, and even though it is tiring, and like it's tiring to stream compared to playing on my own, it is still a way to play games and to guarantee I have times to play games, which is still fun. So it is, in a way, it is still a hobby that I do for fun, right? Like, in that sense. So it's not like it's work. Like, work is just mostly tiring, although it's satisfying to do, but it is tiring. But like, streaming is also kind of work, but fun. The project I'm working on is work, but also kind of fun. And of course, there are times where I'm just playing games by myself or whatever, and that's just to not have to work on anything, because all of my other hobbies are kind of work in a way. And That's not exactly a situation you want to be in all the time, where the only things you do are work, or are things that you feel like you have to do. Oh, there's the catacombs. I almost missed the door. I knew it was over here. Alright, let's do this. I assume we're way over leveled still. So, this should be no problem catacombs, but we'll see. I mean, I've definitely had plenty of catacombs lately. Like, a lot of the recent catacombs have been pretty easy. I mean, not to say I don't die, but things go down pretty easy. The bosses seem to generally be kind of glass cannon-y, so, like, especially here, probably should be fine. Ow, bro. Also, that's just an abyss. Oh, bro! I'm gonna bleed! I'm whiffing! But yeah, maybe we'll, you know what? Now that you've said that, maybe we'll try to find time to play games on stream or something. I don't know. It would be fun. Doing like sibling gaming on stream could be fun. You know, as long as you have the sleep schedule for it, basically. I mean, I have the time, obviously, because I stream at the same time always, so I definitely will be around streaming. It's just got to find a way to schedule it, and to find a game we kind of want to play and would feel like playing for that long. Because that's the other issue is, I mean, I'm used to streaming 3 hours at a time, but 3 hours isn't nothing, you know? Like, playing a game for 3 hours is not nothing. So it's got to be a game you want to be able to play for that, want to be playing for that long, you know? So. Oh man, these enemies are so annoying because they're just so all over the place, and the bleed means I kind of gotta wait for it to go down, and also I'm gonna get bled, which is annoying. Weekdays are usually free, and now is the time with sleep schedule being so long. I mean, that's true. I will admit, right now during the summer is probably the best time because you don't have classes. When you're in school, it's gonna be much harder to find time. So if there was ever a time, it'd be now. You don't go back to school for a while, right? Like September? I don't actually know. You don't have to. You don't have to answer that if you don't want. But ow! I haven't been checking my corners. Last night you slept from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. You went to sleep at 4 p.m. Or you just that's like a long nap. Is that even sleep? That was your sleep for the day? What? Why were you up until? You were up all night? It's coming up late. It's coming up late August. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's true. A couple weeks. 12 p.m. Yeah. What the heck? Wait, 12 p.m. like noon? So you slept 4 hours? You were up all night until what the? Why? Just because you couldn't sleep? That's just the way it worked out? Bro. Oh, this, I'm going up? Oh, yikes! What the? Ow, bro, hello? Not cool. I imagine that's meant to, like, one-shot me, right? But I'm so over-leveled that I just said, ow. It jabbed me, like, twice. I was drawing and then I couldn't sleep, so I worked on convention stuff until you passed out. Yeah, I mean, I will say, I think that's a good strategy. So what am I trying to do here? There must be a door somewhere that I can get to. Oh, over there? That's where I came from. So I had to use this to let the floor go back down, I think, and there's probably a door somewhere I need to get to. Is it below me? You will say, sometimes if you can't sleep, I mean, like I said, I'm usually pretty okay about sleep, but sometimes I do have a hard time falling asleep, especially if I'm, like, really thinking about a lot of stuff. And at those times, sometimes it's better to just, like, accept it and try to do things you want to be doing until you feel tired enough to go to sleep again. So yeah, like working, or sometimes I'll just, like, you know, I'll just work, or I'll just say okay, and then I'll just start, like, doing something productive or working on something until I feel tired, or, like, I don't know, I was gonna say, like, playing games, but sometimes that is like too engaging. It has to be something you want to do, and you feel like doing, but also that is totally it. Can I get on it while it's going down? I can. That's not it, though. That's not it. You feel worse if you're just laying down trying to sleep. I know, right? Exactly. Though, on the other hand, I will say, even in those times where you're just, like, laying there, not feeling like you're not sleeping at all, because I've had those nights, especially, like, in college when I, like, had stuff I needed to do, and I was, like, laying in bed trying to go to sleep. One time, I didn't even think about it, but I, like, drank a big milk tea, like, boba milk tea, like, at, like, 9 p.m. or something. And I mean, it's not like I never drink caffeine, but I don't drink caffeine that often. And I guess it just like, and normally it doesn't bother me that much to like drink tea before bed or something. Like it's usually not an issue. But for some reason, I think I had that, and I think I might have also had just like some black tea. I don't remember. For some reason, it was like I could not sleep. I just felt so awake. I didn't feel like wired or jittery from the caffeine. I just like was laying there and I was like, I'm not tired. And I felt like I was awake all night, but at the same time, and this is what I was getting at to begin with. Hold on, I need to figure out where I'm going. Realizing that might have been what it was last night. Did you drink boba? Yeah. So you don't think, this is the thing with boba, is you don't think about it having caffeine, but it is tea, and it does have caffeine. And it's just, you just think of it as like kind of a dessert drink, right? It's just like kind of, you just think of it as like a dessert, and that's not going to keep you awake. If anything, it kind of desserts will like put you to sleep. But like, it is caffeine, and I didn't think about that, which is why it happened to me, because I think I didn't think about it, and I had had like tea earlier as well, like just regular black tea. So I just like had a lot of caffeine, and I guess it just kept me up, and it was weird. But what I was going to say about that night from the beginning thing is sometimes it's worth it to just lay in bed, even if you feel like you're not sleeping, because I remember that night, I like laid in bed. What am I supposed to hit the wall over there? Maybe it's open? Ow! Ow! Yeah, you drank a large milk tea while finishing drawing and could not sleep. Yeah, that might do it. Okay, let's just leave. Go! I guess this is not the way. But okay, what I was trying to say to begin, oh yeah, there's another path. I just ignored it. Is that I was laid there for that night when I was like awake the whole night. I felt like I was literally awake the whole night. I felt like I laid there and did not fall asleep. But I was laying there and laying there and laying there, and then the sun was coming up, and I still felt like I was laying there awake. And I was like, okay, I've been laying here, and I feel like I've been awake the whole time, but it also only feels like it's been a few hours. Like, I did not feel like I was laying here for 8 hours. It felt like I was laying there for like 3 or 4. And I was like, so I guess I must have just been falling asleep and like blinking and falling asleep and waking up and not feeling like I slept. I just was sleeping for like 30 minutes or an hour and waking up, but then feeling like I'd been awake the whole time because it just felt like I blinked. It didn't really feel like I slept. And time was just passing faster than I realized. I think that's what was happening there. So I did actually sleep that night, I think. There's no way, because it did not feel like 8 hours. But I definitely was laying in bed for 8 hours. Is there anything here? You're listening to Noel ASMR about to fall asleep, and then your headphones died and yelled. I hate that. It was because you were using Bluetooth headphones. I know, I hate that. That's why whenever I'm laying in bed, when I'm listening to ASMR in bed to fall asleep, I always am using wired headphones. Because that would absolutely happen to me, where I'm like, especially because my earbuds don't last very long. They last like an hour and a half. Although they're dead now, so I gotta buy new ones, as we've discussed. They broke, so I'm gonna have to buy new ones, which maybe will have a better battery life, because the ones I had were down to like an hour and a half and 2 at best of battery life. You don't have wired headphones, unfortunately. Yeah, that's rough. Because then you definitely have to like take them out or turn them off before you fall asleep, which is like, who wants to do that? So I always make sure to use wired ones so that I can just listen and just eventually the video ends and I'm just laying there asleep. Wait, did I? What? Oh, I did come this way. Never mind. I already have been this way. Where am I going then? Where's the freaking switch? Wait, did I find the door already? Was the door back here? But yeah, man, I definitely like have to use it helps me to just have like ASMR or a video. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be that kind of thing. It could just be any video. Sometimes just like noise in the background to fall asleep. It helps me a lot. It's like, it makes me think of like babies using white noise makers and stuff, right? Like how it helps them fall asleep. Like that's definitely a thing for me, which it wasn't always the case, but it's definitely, I think it actually, that's not exactly true. I think it always probably did sort of help me a little bit. But it's just like for a long time I didn't really think about it and I didn't really use it, but nowadays it helps a lot. Do you ever wake up to the sharp pain of an earbud under you? I hate that. It's like the cable from my phone charger too. Sometimes if that's under me, it feels so uncomfortable. But the earbud under you, yeah, it's like it like jabs you. It's not like sharp or anything, but it's just like the pressure of like the earbud under your arm or under your back. It's like hurt. It's like, it's not even quite sharp pain, but it's like such a like pressure pain. I know, it's so weird. I guess it's just because it's kind of a lump that's there. I think anything that's under, because like I was saying, even just like my cable, like a cable doesn't feel like it should hurt, but even that under me feels so uncomfortable. What am I doing here? Oh! No, that's not it. That's not it. I thought maybe I needed to go under for a second, but that's not it. That's not it. There's one. Okay, wait. Is that the only wall lit with a torch? Oh, maybe that's it. Go, 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 go. No, no, no. No, 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 no! Is there any other wall? Nope. It's not it. Slam. I like how it just goes bonk. You need to sleep with some sort of noise because otherwise you get sleep paralysis and have auditory hallucinations. Yeah. That doesn't happen to me. Although, for me, sleep paralysis is almost always when I'm just sleep deprived. When I'm not getting enough sleep. That's usually when I start getting sleep paralysis. It's pretty much always. That's what I've realized. And that's why I got it. I realize now in retrospect, that's why I got it so much in college. Because I was definitely getting the least amount of sleep while I was in college. And a little bit in grad school. Although my sleep habits were better in grad school. But for me, it's always about sleep deprivation. Like, when I'm getting plenty of sleep, I basically don't get sleep paralysis. So I haven't had it in a while, because my sleep habits have been pretty good lately. So but, you know, every once in a while and sometimes I still occasionally get it just randomly, but but way less. That makes sense why you get sleep paralysis so much. Yeah, it might, because you're always sleep deprived. I think, honestly, I think a lot of issues that people have, well, in general, but I think a lot of the time, like, there's a lot of things where not getting enough sleep is actually probably the root cause of a lot of issues people have generally. Not to say that it's, like, the only problem, or, like, that other problems aren't real, but I think, I genuinely think sleep is matters so much more than a lot of people think it does, or maybe a lot of people think it is important, but they just still don't value it enough. Sleep just makes you feel so much healthier. Yeah, me too. Because, like, I've noticed, like, when I'm not getting enough sleep, I totally feel functional, but compared to when I'm getting enough sleep, I do not feel good, right? Like, I feel like I'm unhealthy. Like, I feel, like, kind of unwell. And it's like, I feel functional and, like, I can get by and, like, be perfectly fine, but I don't feel like I like it. Like, I like being awake. Like, I just kind of feel, like, not good or unpleasant. Ugh. But, you know, it's hard to get enough sleep, right? It's just like, there's so much stuff to do. I will say, the weekends help me a lot. I managed to catch up on sleep a lot during the weekend, or sleep well during the weekends, but I definitely have not been sleeping as much as I probably should lately, because all of my free time has been going to working on the project. And so, like, I don't... And I want to work on it so much that I keep staying up later than I mean to. I keep staying up until, like... The thing is, I try to go to sleep, like, midnight, right? That's, like, my plan. But the problem is I keep working till midnight, and then that means I'm not going to sleep until, like, 1 at the earliest, right? Because then I gotta get ready for bed, I gotta get ready for tomorrow, and all that. Where's the freaking switch? Okay, you know what? The switch must just be in the room, and I'm blind. I can never see these freaking switches. It must just be in here somewhere. And I must be able to just pull it. Maybe it's in that room and I just am ignoring it. I should turn on my freaking lantern. Alright, no switch. No switch. Roll! Switch. Why is one torch lit? It looks so goofy the way it just slaps. I've just been wandering around in here for no reason. I just gotta find the switch. I've just been, like, walking in circles, not finding the switch. And it's dumb. I'm dumb. What is happening? This game really wants to kill people. I mean, yeah, that's true. That is like probably the goal of the game. Of the game itself, not of playing the game, I guess. Although, no, you know what? That is also the goal of playing the game, is to kill people. That is literally my whole goal, so... You know what? Scratch that. It is also the goal of the game. When you're playing it. Where's this freaking switch? Look at all those dead people. Definitely not as tough as me. I just tank it. It feels like it's gotta be in this room. Where else would it be? But I don't see it. I'm gonna get chomped now. I wonder if I can roll through that. No way, right? No way. Ooh, got out. The problem is, okay, every time I'm in these catacombs, I always just keep missing the switch. It's always just sitting there, and I just walk right by it because it like blends in and my brain doesn't see it. I really gotta look carefully for these switches. I don't know how I miss them so much. The fact that you just eat the spikes is funny. It's so funny. I know. It looks so goofy. It looks like it's definitely meant to just like kill you, you know? But as I said, I am extremely over-leveled for this area. So I am really not afraid. I'm kind of just running around with no fear. No fear, Shakespeare. This catacombs is so short. There's like nothing to it. This switch has got to be down there. Is the door just open? No, it's locked. Yeah, it's got to be down there. It must be in this room. Maybe it... Okay. Now you're trying to think of multiplayer games we could play together? Yeah, I know. It'd be fun. I'm trying to think of games that we could play together that we would both want to be playing for 3 hours also. Is there a floor down there? It doesn't look like there is, right? That looks like abyss. Actually, does it? Kind of looks like there could be a floor, but I'm scared. I don't want to lose. Well, I guess if I die, I just got to come pick up the runes again. I guess that's not the end of the world. Maybe I just jump down and see. Probably going to die. Also, sorry, the locked by some contraption message was on the screen the whole time because I was not pressing A. Oh, it is just a floor. Okay, it's surely down here then. Oh my goodness, this has been the answer the whole time. I guess I could have seen the flowers and realized they were pick-upable things. Ooh, skellies? Nope. Just weird zombies. Prattling pate. Please help. We've been having an urge to play Overcooked. Ooh, that could be fun. I've never played it, but it looks like fun. I've seen people play it. I could definitely go for that. That could be fun to play together for sure. Do these just keep respawning? Do I need to kill them? No, they just keep respawning. How many runes are they giving me? 36? That's not worth it. But it's so fun. Yeah, like I said, it looks fun, but I just never played it because... Totally thought you played that game with me. No, no. I don't know who you played it with. It wasn't me, though. Who did you play that game with? I don't know. That's a good question. I assume with your friends. It seems like a game that would be fun to play with our sister, too, to be honest. I feel like that would be funny. I feel like she would get so stressed. Root resin. And it would be really funny. Also, yeah, it'd be fun if we could get really good at it. Yeah. Yeah, we could try that. That could be fun. I've talked to other people who were saying they wanted to play, or who might be fun to play also. But yeah, I think it would be fun to play for sure. I think I would like playing it. I just never got around to it. See, oh, this is what I was gonna say. I was like thinking about it because like I play a lot of games and I like playing games and stuff. But it's like whenever people want to play games together, I always want to, but I realize I don't play that many multiplayer like games. You know. I play competitive games, like that's the extent of multiplayer games I play. It's like fighting games and like, you know, Valorant. But I don't really play that many just like kind of general multiplayer games because I just never really did. For a long time, you know, I played games by myself a lot. So that was part of it. even though you and our sister watched a lot, I didn't really play with you guys necessarily all the time. And nowadays, I think the other thing was now I just live far away, so it's just like, I just always just playing games I wanted to play. Did you ever play that game? Wait, maybe you're just thinking of watching other people play it. That would be freaking hilarious. You never actually played it. Oh, I'm gonna die here. I need to heal. I was not watching my health. They just keep spawning. Okay, I guess I should just keep going. They're just gonna keep spawning. That would be hilarious. You're like, it's so fun. I love that game. Wait, did I play it? I've definitely watched a lot of people play it because it was, you know, it was a very hot game for like content creation for a while, of which I, you know, consumed plenty. Bro, you tried. I couldn't even swing at you. I had a dialogue box up, and you still whiffed. Oh, where does this go? Oh, right back down. Oh, huh? Interesting. All right, let's jump in. Wait, do I want to reset my? Yeah, I do. Reset my flasks. Although I'll be perfectly honest, I kind of doubt I'm gonna need it. I kind of feel like I'm probably just gonna smash this this catacombs boss, because they often are glass cannons to begin with. And I mean, it might hit me pretty hard, but I don't think it's gonna one-shot me. I think I will, like, probably kill it in a few hits. But we'll see. Maybe it won't be a glass cannon for once. You're dead. Oh, it's one of these. It's a dog. Oh! There's too many! Okay, I almost died just from all the random mobs. Okay, we need to clear some mobs first. I got blood loss too. That was a big part of it. Because their damage is not a lot. I'm not really concerned. Oh my goodness, I hate the targeting. Okay, good thing I reset my flasks, so I'm using a lot of them. This is easy. Where's this freaking... You die. Die. Alright, now you're easy peasy. Alright, like I said, easy. I almost died because of the bleed and a bunch of random enemies, which would have been hilarious. But all in all, as expected, it got blown up. Alright, looks like there's nothing else to pick up here. You wanted to play Bowser's Fury and Mario 3D World again too. Oh yeah, I know. I wanted to play Bowser's Fury, but I played all of 3D World on the Wii U, so I didn't rebuy it, even though I was tempted to like actually buy 3D World again just for Bowser's Fury, but I just never did. Maybe that would be fun to play. The thing is, I think Bowser's Fury is just single player, but I do want to play that. I never got around to it because I just didn't rebuy it. Like I said, I was really tempted to, but I just never did. But I mean, replaying 3D World could be fun. I don't know how much I even remember of it. I mean, I remember a decent bit because I've also watched people play it. Second person plays Bowser Jr., right? Oh, that might be true. That might be true. I don't know for sure. I don't know that much, to be honest. I mean, that's defo a game I could play for a full stream. Like, I would not get tired of playing that, for sure. That one's much more of a commitment, though. That's also true. It is also longer than just a single stream. I think. I don't know. I wonder how fast you can go through it. It is pretty long, especially if we're trying to do everything, but now I'm trying to think how long it actually would be, and I don't actually know. I don't even remember. I remember playing it. I don't remember how long it took, though. Wait, can I cross this somewhere? Oh, no. I cannot get to that other side from here. Oh, yeah, I can. There it is. This is what I was looking for. For a second, I thought that was just going to be a cliff that I jumped off of. Bowser's Fury. Yeah, Bowser's Fury is short. I know that. I knew that. Bowser's Fury is just a... Because it's just like an extra mode. I was talking about 3D worlds. Yeah, Bowser's Fury itself is only like... is pretty short. I didn't realize it was like 3 hours. Although that sounds about like what I thought. I thought it was... Yeah, I couldn't remember. I knew it was like under 5. 3D worlds like 11 hours. Okay, that... I guess that tracks. I couldn't remember exactly. I thought it might be like 15, but... 11's believable. I wasn't sure exactly. Who is that? Up top, maybe? Sounds like it's up here. Can I get up there? Forced lookout tower. Oh. Hi. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not the way. Oh, here, this is the way. Bro. Bro! You're getting lucky I'm hitting these rocks. He has the defensive position, I suppose. Oh! It's not really what I meant to do, but I guess it's fine. Where does this come from? Over there. Play clubhouse games. Oh, that's also true. Those are fun games. Those are, as silly as it is, those kinds of things are fun. I do like those games. There's a lot of fun games in there. I could just beat you up at Moncala over and over or something. You'd be down. I say, with false confidence, thinking that, just assuming that my big brother nature would take over and I would destroy you at all the games, even though, you know, it's perfectly reasonable to expect you might be good at some of them. I know, you know, you'd lose at everything. Yes, I mean, like my older brother, my big brother instincts make me think, yeah, I'd win at all the games for sure. But I mean, who knows, right? I mean, a lot of those games, some of them are luck. Like, who knows? Like, some of them are luck, and some of them are, and a lot of them are like, there's no reason that I'm necessarily better at them, other than my bravado of being the older sibling, right? But I mean, at the same time, that's like one of the things that's like the older sibling, like, pride that you have to have, is knowing that you'll beat your younger sibling at games of pure luck. You miss playing board games? Me too, man. Me too. I know. I assume you guys don't play as much when I'm not there, right? But I miss it too, for sure. That's definitely one of the things I miss by being so far. Play a lot of Pilot. Oh yeah, I guess that's one everyone knows the rules too easily and you don't have to reread through all the rules again. I'm getting poisoned. I'm so mad. I've made a huge mistake. I should just be zapping these. What am I doing? I'm gonna die to this poison now. And King Domino, nice. I mean, King Domino's fun. But I guess it's the ones that you guys remember how to play easily. Which I suppose makes sense. Okay, you know what? I'm already poisoned. Just grab this and run. I don't care. I mean, I'm confident you guys could figure out the other games if it came down to it, but I guess it's the situation where you just play the games that you know how to play. How come I can't target these freaking flowers? It's so annoying, because I can't hit them with spells. I just get poisoned over and over. Alright, let's just clear this out before my poison kills me, and then we can warp out or something. my goodness, I'm still in combat. To the freaking flowers or something. I hate it. That's high up. Oh, this is a separate... This is down here. Well, there's a bonfire over there. You're alone most of the week because everyone's gone. Just chewing Pebble, yeah. Yeah, I guess because everyone else is at work and you're just on summer break, right? Yeah, it's true. I didn't think about that. Lonely. Actually, though, you've been sleeping in until people get... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You've been sleeping in until people get back from work. Yeah, you know, I mean, like you said, if you go to sleep at noon and wake up at 4, that is when people will be approaching return from work time. It's kind of hilarious to think about. Bro, if you went to sleep at noon, you went to sleep later than I did by like 3 hours. That's wild. Alright, we're not going to do this section yet, because this is going to lead us all the way over here. We did this, we did this, and we did all there. Okay, so now we can go through here. And then we can come back later to the other section. We can do this castle section, though, first. Ooh, we got to be careful about the, be throwing arrows at us. Probably can just dodge them, though. It looked like the thing was on the ground, so I might be able to get to it. And not have to deal with it all the way. Although I gotta be careful, because it's gonna start firing pretty soon. Oh, and I can't really check the map once it starts firing. That's annoying. I wish it would just, like, not let me warp, but it would still let me open the map. Although I guess it doesn't want to get you to get hit. Like, that's the idea. But, like, come on. Just let me take the risk. Yeah, no map. Alright, we're out of map for now. Try to post at noon when you have art, and that usually gets you to sleep and wake up at read time. But occasionally you just accept that you're not sleeping until noon. Oh, I see. Is that what the algorithm says works best? Is posting at noon? I was thinking about that, right? I was like, I wonder what times are better to post tweets and stuff. And I was just like, it would probably be good to like think about that. But it's like, I'm so bad at that kind of thing. Okay, maybe I stick to the left side since that's the side that has a cliff and I know I can clear out. But yeah, I guess that makes sense because then you just normally you have to wake up to post, but then sometimes you post and you go, all right, time to sleep, which is kind of hilarious. That's crazy. You're becoming straight up nocturnal. As long as I keep moving, should be okay, I think. Oh my goodness, there's so much space over here, and I think it's mostly nothing. Do I even need to clear all this space? Still in danger. Something like that. For Twitter, I think morning is better. So post on Twitter at 9 and Instagram at noon. Oh, interesting. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, you're stronger than the other things we've seen. Maybe the enemies in here will be stronger. I mean, not that strong, but people following on Twitter get a few hours earlier. Leaks. Oh, that's me. That's me. I don't have an Instagram, but I got Twitter. I get the sneak previews. That's funny. Bear. Die. Perish. Poor bead. Bear, yeah. Poor bead. Yeah. It is a little sad for the bear, but... runes are runes. And bear is bead. Bead is bear. Oh, there's another bear. You just sleep at the same time. Apparently, we just sleep at the same time now. Like I said, apparently you sleep earlier. You sleep later than me now. You're on Japan time. I know, but that's what I'm saying. When you go to sleep at noon, that's actually going to sleep at freaking 4 a.m. here. But I guess most of the time you're not sleeping at noon. That's just occasionally what happens. So, you're nocturnal at this point. It does appear that it does seem so. Oh, man. Oh, this area is grossy gross. Maybe I should just need to go kill whatever it is that's firing at me so I can stop being under threat the whole time. Where are you? Oh, is it that guy? Oh, it's that guy. Alright, prepare to die, buddy. Alright, I might need to get off the horse soon so I can actually iframe things. Or I can just get close enough. Oh, easy. Wake up and then have dinner. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're back to having a map. Thank goodness. Alright, that's the swampy area we just saw. Let's clear all this out before we go into the castle. Look, a nice little beach. How pleasant with zombie dogs all over it. Just my kind of beach. Ow. Bro, buddy. Waking up during the hottest time of the day is actual hell, though. You know what? I can imagine. But then you get to be awake for all the cool parts, I guess, right? I mean, you're waking up when it's at the peak and it's going down, right? So... like, I wake up and it's starting to get hot, and then I have to go outside and it's just getting hotter and hotter all day. And then I go to sleep when it's cool, although it doesn't mean I get to sleep during the cool part and not have to be dealing with it. So I guess it's not... it still works out. Alright, so the crack in the wall takes me to the other side. There's a crack in the wall. Yeah, it's up here. Okay, so we don't need to go through it, though. Although, is there anything on top of this? Probably just some ruined fragments. Probably not anything important, though. Yup. As expected. Oh, golden seed! I almost missed it! Heck yeah! Although, I think that's the first one of my new set where I apparently now need 3, so... it's gonna be a while before we get another charge. Maybe someday. Alright, let's go check this side now, the swampy area. Don't know what its deal is, but it looks gross. Probably don't want to get off torrent. It's gonna probably poison me or something, right? Yeah, poison. So we gotta stay on our horse. Torrent can't be poisoned, obviously, so... rewatching Steven Universe for the first time since you watched it as it came out, and nostalgia's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. What was... there was something I was watching recently that I enjoyed that my brain has now forgotten. No, I can't. For some reason, I can't remember. There was something I was watching. I mean, I've been watching. There's lots. I watch plenty of random stuff, but. Ah! British baking show is while you draw. It's so pleasant. That is nice. Bake Off. That's true. I should watch that at some point. I remember our sister and our mom were watching that for a while, just when they were like at home doing stuff. Were you around? You were around for that, right? I mean, obviously you were around, but I don't remember if you noticed it. I got poisoned again. I hate this so much. It's so good. Yeah, it does look good. I think I would enjoy it. I love that kind of stuff, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it. I have a lot of stuff on my list of things I want to watch. And it's just been only so much time to watch stuff, and I try to do it while you were try to do it while I'm doing other stuff, but even then there's only so much time. Because, you know, there's lots of streams I want to watch and stuff too, and that takes up a bunch of time. So are these going to keep respawning? It looks like they might be respawning. And if so, I need to heal. Maybe they're not. That might be it. Okay, there's still a bunch of slimy boys, though. There's a sparkly over there. All the way up here. What is it? Golden Rune 4. It's also not like American competitions where it's so brutal and cutthroat. Everyone's so nice, and after doing the art critiques, the judging feels so much more constructive. Yeah, that's true. I think that is just true, just because the way the competitions are sort of set up. But also, I think part of it is just editing, too. For some reason, a lot, like, the like, American competition shows, the viewers tend to enjoy it when it's, like, when it makes it feel like there's, like, stakes, or, like, it's, like, serious, and, like, it really matters, so people care a lot. Which, I don't know. I don't know what that says, necessarily, but I think that's, like, part of it. Because, you know, like, when you actually, like, watch things like Chopped and whatever, for the most part, the competitors are usually pretty friendly to each other. But, like, they edit it, not necessarily to make them mean, but they edit it to make it seem like they really are, like, out to win. And that's what matters most to them. But, like, they're usually pretty, like, cordial to one another, so, you know, they could have edited it very differently, I expect. If they had a reason to. Okay, looks like there's nothing else over here, so I think we're good to go. Oh, man, now I'm really trying to rack my brain to remember what I've been watching recently. Because there's, like, you know, like I said, I've been watching, like, plenty of stuff just here and there. I don't know. Whatever. Siege of Castle Morn. A lone hero fights for his vengeance, only to fall at the hand of Lord Godfrey. Okay. Maybe I'll survive this poison and have it wear off. Oh, you know, I probably should have waited until it finished, though, before I... He's also going to poison me. Stop. Thank you. Oh, got a flask back. Look, I ain't gonna complain about a flask. But I am gonna complain that it wasn't more. I mean, I guess it was just a bunch of bats. I couldn't really expect more than that. Would have been silly to expect more. Our flag means death, which is really good. Oh yeah, I need to watch that. There's so many things I need to watch. Like I've heard it is good and like worth watching. Something I wanted to watch, for example, but just like haven't at the time. Is She-Ra, Princesses of Power. I heard it was pretty good, and like, you know, I love animation, so I wanted to watch it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Yes, I need to watch that. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I need to watch it, but it's just like, just haven't gotten around to it. Even though I'm positive I would like it, and I'm positive I would get hooked as soon as I started watching, but just like I just haven't had the time. The animated show you've been waiting to watch is Amphibia. Yep. I don't know anything about it. This is actually funny. Funny that you mentioned that. I don't know anything about it, but all I know is that I accidentally clicked on it once on Disney Plus, and now it's forever in my continue watching queue. So I even did the thing where I went to the last episode and watched the end of it to clear it out, and it went away. But of course now every time there's new episodes or a new season releases, it shows up again on my continue watching. And so all I've watched is like the first episode and the last episode of each like half season. And I've just only watched the last like 4 seconds of them because I just skip all the way to the end to just clear it out, because for whatever reason Disney Plus does not have a history that to clear. They just don't, and I don't understand it. It's so dumb. But whatever. Oh, you know what? It was a while ago, and we already talked about it. And I'm realizing one of the things I was thinking of was Owl House, but we already talked about that, so... Because I did watch that, like, a couple weeks ago. But that was one of the things I was thinking of, but we already talked about that, so... I have heard, though, also, on a related note, Craig of the Creek is apparently pretty good. I've heard that's quite good, but it's another show that I haven't really gotten around to watching. Castle Morn. Oh, so are these all the servants? They became these, like, monsters? Is that what they meant by rebelling? Oh, you've heard of that one too? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good. A lot of the, like, animation people that I follow and stuff have talked about it. What? Oh, I'm hearing someone get crit. Alright, let's just start blasting people, I guess. Can you not, dog? Bro, let me kill these dogs. They're so annoying. I hear people getting getting crit or stunned, staggered on the other side of this wall. Alright, let's see. How many of these can I hit at once? Can I get... Yeah, there you are. Can I get 3? Oh, you're alive? Come on. Bye. Bye. Oh, that doesn't kill. You guys have like 320 health. Oh, they hit. I mean, they don't hit that hard. They hit pretty weak, but like, I was already at half health, and they did enough to be annoying. Iron Cleaver. You got jump attacks? I got jump attacks too! Except I can't hit mine. Okay, there we go. I gotta use the targeting just to guarantee I hit. Otherwise I just whiff. Some fire grease. Man, something I've been wanting to watch. You're mentioning Bake Off made me think of it. It's not exactly the same, but it's a British show, which is why I thought of it. It's like a British, like... It's not exactly it's not a competition show. It's like I mean, there's sort of a competition to it, but it's a panel show. But it's Taskmaster. Because, so all the seasons up to a while were on YouTube. And I watched them all, and it was great, and they were released on YouTube. But now the most recent season has aired, and it's not on YouTube yet, and I just want to watch it. Watch the first season of She-Ra with your friend, and I would definitely like it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm very confident I would, just from what I've read about it. I'm sure I would like it. So I really just need to watch it. I need to just sit down and start it, because like I said, I'm almost 100% certain once I start it, I'll get hooked, and I'll just blast through it in like a weekend or whatever, you know, a couple days. But I just like have been so busy with stuff and there's always like a bunch of content I want to watch, so I just keep putting it off, and I haven't done it. It's been on my list for months now to watch. Ooh, Claymore. Yeah, so I definitely need to watch it. Similarly, this is even easier, because I know that this is not that long, is I still need to watch everything everywhere all at once. Like, I absolutely want to watch it. It's on my list to watch. It's just like, I keep thinking, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it later. And it's just like, I just keep not doing it. But I just need to just sit down and start it, and then I'll definitely, you know, I'm sure I'll watch all the way through. Bye-bye. 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 Something you were thinking about is how you really wish you could experience watching Avatar for the first time. I know. I want to that's on my rewatch list. Like, as you know, I don't really rewatch stuff. Like, that's not really something I do because I don't really enjoy it that much. But that is something I've been wanting to kind of rewatch. But it's like, I kind of wish I could just watch, like you said, I kind of wish I could just like rewatch or watch it for the first time again. Like, and just experience it in all of its totality. Maybe when the live action version comes out, I'll watch it and see how I feel. But I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the live action version. I expect I will end up watching it. Man, they're doing like no damage to each other. What is happening? I'm just gonna come in and slaughter everybody, I guess. I'm just gonna come in here and third party everything. Yeah, the reason you're rewatching Steven Universe is because there's a lot of things you don't think you understood or didn't quite hit as hard as I think it would now. Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, even though I think that's kind of one of the reasons I want to rewatch Avatar, because like when I watched it, it's not like I was a young kid, but I was like a teenager, and there's definitely not that I think the show is meant for teenagers, but I think there's definitely some elements that I like overlooked or didn't think about. Avatar is one of those shows that did the same thing when you rewatched it. Yeah, where you felt like you were understanding a lot more. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely been things like that with movies and things for me. Like man, I think I've mentioned this to you before, but like while I was in college, I rewatched a bunch of Disney movies just because I was enjoying them and I wanted to watch them. But one in particular that stood out was like rewatching Hunchback of Notre Dame. It was so much more of an interesting movie than I thought I remembered it being when I was a kid. Like, it was fine as a kid, but it was always kind of one that I didn't understand as a kid. Like, I didn't really get it. And rewatching it as an adult, it was so much better than I remembered it being. And it's actually, like, really good. Did I do all? I feel like I missed stuff, and I kind of want to go back. Oh, yeah, you need to watch that movie. It's one of our sister's favorites. Yeah. For sure. I can understand. Like I said, after rewatching it, I actually really enjoyed it. Like, Esmeralda is great also. And like I don't remember thinking much about her when I was a kid, but like having watched it, I was like, man, she's such a like good character. Like, and the characters in general in that movie are just so good. Yeah, I think part of the reason is, as a kid, it's like hard to follow a lot of that stuff, right? Like, you kind of get the general plot line, right? People don't like Quasimodo. You know, he's lonely, and then for some reason, stuff is on fire and whatever, and it's like you don't really get it. But like watching it as an adult, I was like, oh man, this plot line, there's so much more to it. Or it's like there's so much to it just at all. Right, so this is what I skipped earlier, but I think I could just bop him, right? This might just one-shot if I'm overleveled enough. Oh, not quite. That'll do it though. Wow, it was almost a one-shot. It was close. I'm actually getting low on flasks. I guess I should be a little bit more careful. I've just kind of been blasting through face first. And I have been getting hurt for it. Alright, this might connect to the same place we were just at. I kind of feel. This might just be an alternate path up there. You know a kid's movie is good when you can still enjoy it as an adult and doesn't lose any quality because of it. Yeah, to some degree, honestly, like I was saying, Hunchback of Notre Dame, to some degree, I think, is better as an adult than it was as a kid. Like, there's so much more to understand, and, like, it becomes so much more meaningful when you watch it and you understand everything. So this connects from up there, where we just didn't jump down from, right? I think this is literally where it was, so I think I, like, timed it perfectly where I turned around, because I'm pretty sure that's where I just would have jumped down from. I mean, I think a lot of Disney movies are kind of like that, which is why they're so like such classics for like as family movies, is because they're like good for kids, love them, but at the same time they're also still very good for adults. Like there's a lot going on and there's a lot to the movie for adults to watch. Sometimes you watch movies you liked as a kid and wonder what you liked because you definitely don't think you could have understood. But I guess it's songs and cool characters. Yeah, it's just the music and like, you know, I think kids understand more than some people give them credit for. But like, the thing is, like you said, like if you're talking about yourself, you kind of remember what you understood, right? So you like, I think you understood maybe more than you remember. You think you did. Like you understood kind of the gist of it better than you thought you did. But like as you said, there's definitely a lot where you're just like, I would not have understood. I did not understand this as a kid. You think it's funny how the cadence of a joke is so much funnier to a kid than the contents. Yeah, that's true. It's just like the weird sounds make them laugh so much more than the actual like joke. See, that's kind of gets at a similar point I was thinking about, like when there's this bonfire here? Can I get back up? I guess I activate it regardless. Like even when I rewatch old cartoons that I watched as a kid, or like SpongeBob episodes and all that, like those are meant. There's plenty of good jokes for adults and kids in those shows, but like it's astonishing to me how much even like simple jokes, like just on wordplay and stuff, I watch them and I go, oh my good. Like it's funny to me because I remember the jokes and I hear them and I go, oh yeah, I know that joke. I knew the words of that joke, but it wasn't until I thought of it literally in this moment that I understood the wordplay happening there, or the joke, or the word being said. Like, I understood the word, like, I would say the correct sounds for that joke, but I did not understand what it meant until now, this very moment. Like, the joke about, like the one I'm thinking of is, oh, sorry, give me a second. The one I'm thinking of is like in SpongeBob. There's the one where SpongeBob and Patrick are serving Squidward, and they're like moving him around, and he says like too hot, too wet, too lose Lautrec, and I knew those. I could say that, but I didn't really get it until now. As like when I'm older, I'm like, oh, that's the name of a French painter who painted in that style. I'm like, oh my goodness. You think about the 40 lashes, or get a dog little longy. Yeah, exactly. That too, right? Like, you didn't know what 40 lashes meant, so it didn't really make sense what was happening. You just thought they were like saying something funny, inherently. Please help me, I'm of noble blood. If these hideous mongrels eat me, I'll be forever marred. Anything but that. Please, think of the disgrace. Alright, well. Okay, I'll be honest, I kind of want to go back and see if I missed anything. So let's just start here and run through, and I'm just going to ignore the enemies. So I'll just show you need to rewatch because you know you'd have so much fun. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, I kind of want to rewatch a lot of SpongeBob, but I've watched the episodes so many times. Like, I definitely remember full episodes, but I can't, like, if I don't actually go see them, it's gonna take me a while to think of them. The other thing is I probably would only watch up until like a certain point, because there's definitely people always talk about it and meme about it, but it's definitely true. Like the episodes in later seasons, they're just like not even funny. Versus like the earlier episodes, the first like 4 or 5 seasons, like the episodes are genuinely so funny even now. But like if I've watched an episode from a later season, it's just like, it is not funny. Hey, you used to watch this stream when I was on. Yeah, I remember you, 9volt. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, this Zelda streams have been on pause just because I don't really have the resources to play it right now, unfortunately. I got through very far, but then I just had to pause it, and I've just been playing other stuff because I am in another country without access to like my Wii U and stuff. So there's a lot of games that I just can't play. Maybe someday I'll get back to it. Oh my goodness. But for now, this is what we're doing. Yeah, good to see you. Hope you've been doing well. Hope you're having a good day and have been doing well in general. Stop right before Skyward Sword. Not quite. Close. I stopped before. I did not play Spirit Tracks, actually. Spirit Tracks was the next game on the list. And that's part of the reason I haven't gone back. Because, like, Skyward Sword, I could get Skyward Sword HD on the Switch, right, and play. And I probably would, to be honest. I might as well. But I stopped before Spirit Tracks. And that would, I need to play on the Wii U. So I'd have to go get, and I do not have my Wii U. So that's the main issue. You can play Skyward Sword on Switch. I know, right, exactly. I probably would if I were going to. Good. Hope happy to see the stream up and running again. Been hopping on the stream every once in a while. Yeah. I've been going for I've been streaming consistently on this schedule for almost a full year now. Very close to a full year. I think. Wait, is it a full year now? Shoot, did I miss? What? It was in August that I started streaming. It's August now, and I don't remember exactly when in August. But yeah, I've managed to stream. Man, I almost managed to stream 3 days a week, like 9 hours a week, the whole year. I almost went a full year. That was one of my goals, was to like just see if I could do it. And I got so close. And I would have made it if I didn't get sick for that 1 week. I was 1 week that I couldn't stream because I was too sick. And it's like, oh man. I mean, it's not like I regret it because I really was way too sick to stream. Like there was no way I was going to be able to stream, right? Like, it's not like I could do anything about it. But it's still so sad because I was so close. I was 2 streams short of being able to stream the entire year, 3 days a week. For the entire year. Really? Yeah, it was August of last year that I started streaming again. Ow! Thought you were back like 3 months ago or something. No, yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. I think a few months ago... Actually, it's been a while now. But yeah, I was gonna say I think a few months ago something, but actually, no. I was gonna say maybe that might have been when I got this model and started using this avatar, this model to stream. But actually, it's been almost half a year now. It's been 5 months since that, so... But yeah. What country am I in? I'm in Japan right now. As the tag says, I'm currently in Japan. Hence why the stream is at the time it is at. It is not a great time for most people, and I am aware of this, and it is unfortunate. I wish it could be at a better time, but between work and all the other stuff I have to do, there's no avoiding it, because this is the only time I can really afford to stream while I'm here, so unfortunately it's the way it's gonna be. It's not a great time slot, but so it goes. Yeah. Right, so yeah, I wanted to confirm, but this is in fact where I jumped off, or where I jumped down from before. Wait, is it? No, it was over there. It is a separate section. Oh no, there's so many sections. Okay, so but the other one looked like the path forward because there was a bonfire and it went down. So this must be a different thing. So this is a good place to check first. I think? I don't know, it's so hard. Yeah, I think it was over there. No, maybe this is it. No, this is it. Yeah, this is it. But I did not go around that other way, which I do kind of want to do before I jump down onto that bonfire. Okay, let's just bop these. Ow. Alright, this is where I jumped down. Okay, but what I was wondering is, can I get... Ah, here's the ladder. Oh, wait, this takes me down... Yeah, here we go. This gets me down to that other area. Alright, and then I'll be good to go. I think then we've cleared out everything up here. Maybe. Hopefully. Is that the courtyard I started in? Yes. Okay, good. Need to rewatch SpongeBob because your SpongeBob references are getting more and more sparse and you need a refresher. This is true. Ow. Bro! You really were waiting for an ambush? Ow. I feel like I'd make so many SpongeBob references still. If I were to rewatch it, it would just be endless. Which I guess is not a bad thing. It's crazy how much SpongeBob we used to watch. This is true. It's just like, you know, it was great. But it is kind of funny. It's just funny. I remember at one point, like, we three siblings, we were like having a conversation, and we made like so many SpongeBob references in like this like such a short period of like it was like 3 references in like, you know, within like a few lines of conversation. And I was like, this is our entire like this is our entire repertoire of jokes right now. Like, what is happening? And it was so funny to me. I don't even remember the context. I just remember noticing it. It's all we know, yeah. I guess it's good to have a wide range of references to make, because I've realized I make a lot of random references, but at least there are a lot of different stuff, including like the title of the stream. Do you even, okay, Fennec, do you understand I was gonna say, I don't know if you might, just because maybe you recognize it, but I don't, there's a very distinct possibility that you won't recognize my stream title. I think sister definitely, I'm pretty sure she would. I mean, obviously I do because I wrote it. But this is a reference I wish did I just jump across this blindly last time? That's wild, because there's a gap, there's straight up a gap here. That's crazy. Also, I could jump down there. It's Stray, you don't know if... I defo updated it. Wait, did I not update it? What in the... I swear I updated it. Oh, you know, I might not have pressed the submit button. Dang it. Oh, man, all of my labels are going to be wrong again. Oh, well. I've been so lazy. The thing is, when I make a mistake, I always think I should just, like, go correct it on the stream title. Or whatever. Or correct it in the archive, the VOD archive, I mean. And technically, I probably should, so that it accurately reflects things. But it's like, it's only there for 2 weeks. I'm so lazy, and I don't want to deal with it if it's just for 2 weeks. Like, the permanent archive is on YouTube. And there, obviously, everything's labeled correctly on YouTube. So it's like, whatever, that's fine. It's like, I should probably correct it here on Twitch. But it's like, is it worth... I just can't find the energy to do so every time I make a mistake. Because it happens so often that I label something wrong. Okay, well, I'll tell you what the stream title is. And you can tell me if you understand it. The stream title currently, now that I have updated it, I guess you could refresh, but you probably, you don't have to. The stream title is, where are we going? I don't know. How do we get there? Come on, let's go. Wait, is there a Pokemon Direct? Yes, there is a Pokemon Direct today promising news about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and it's in 1 hour or 50 minutes from now. It is at 8 a.m. No, sorry, 6 a.m. for you. And 10 p.m. for me, which is in 50 minutes. So right after the stream ends. So I'll probably try to end the stream right on time and watch it immediately. Oh, no, dude, you're not staying up. Oh, no, wait. It's in like, it's less than an hour. Are you planning to go to sleep right now? I mean, if so, that's fine. Then good night, go to sleep. But it's like, it's so soon. If you're feeling tired, though, you should just go to sleep. Sparkly, okay. You're gonna try to sleep before you see sunlight. Alright, well, in that case, good luck. You can do it. You should probably go to sleep soon then, though, because I feel like the sun's gonna be coming up soon. Wait, so, Fennec, though, do you know the reference to the title? Did you hear what I said it was? Where are we going? I don't know. How do we get there? Come on, let's go. Is that the next way down? Is down that way? It might be. It looks like there's nothing else over here other than these enemies. These enemies. Ooh, you are a strong boy. Owie. Owie, zowie. Ow! Come on, buddy. Let's just zap you. The roll! Alright. Also, you don't know what that is. Okay. I did not think you would. That's what I'm saying. I thought there was a possibility, but I'm pretty sure that show ended before or around when you were born. I thought maybe you'd seen reruns of it, but by the time you were old enough to remember, it was definitely, I don't think it was on air anymore, and I don't think I would have been watching reruns of it at that age, by the time you were old enough to remember. So I don't expect you to have watched it. It's a show I watched when it was coming out, which was when I was like a kid. And it is a show called Zaboomafoo with the Kratt brothers. It was like a wildlife, it was a children's show about animals and wildlife and like animal behavior. It was a really good show. It was one of the things that got me really interested in like science. Even though I'm not like a biologist, it still helped stimulate like a interest in science and biology and like ecology and stuff, zoology, and so on. Yes, I love that show. Yeah, see, that's what I figured. I figured you'd seen it, but you probably just don't have quite the the food segment. Oh yeah, where they have like the little food vending machine, what's the word? It's like kind of like the gacha machines, but like it gives you or like you're choosing which food to feed. They were choosing which food to give to the animal. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good show. I figured, like I said, I figured you'd probably seen it, but I guess, you don't necessarily have the same degree of like, it doesn't quite have the same like core part of your childhood as it was for me, because I watched it all the time. Also, we had that computer game. Oh, true. I kind of forgot about that. Enhances final hit of chain attacks. That's alright. Not important. PBS Kids shows live in your brain. Yeah, that's true. PBS Kids. There are definitely other words, other shows. I don't even know if this was exactly on PBS, but it always makes me think of, well, okay, it makes me think, to watch that kind of show, though, makes me think of, like, when we would be at our grandparents' house, and they didn't really have, like, cable or anything, and we'd be watching, I think it was, like, Cubo or something was the channel, and it made me think of Pecola, the square penguin. That show, that's one that I always think of. And I don't know, there's something that always makes me think of it. Something about the world being square, and it makes me think of that. I've had a recent refresher on one of these shows because of defunct TV. Oh, true. Didn't they do an episode on, like, Dragon Tales recently? Because I think that's another show I watched a lot of as a kid. You love that show, the pudding. Yeah, the jiggly pudding. Also, another show I really liked as a kid that I occasionally think about is Between the Lions, which is such a good pun now that I, like, understand it. Like, reading Between the Lions. Oh, so good, because it's a show about reading and learning to read. And it's Between the Lions because it's at a library where you enter between statues of lions. That's so good. So good. The Dragon Tales Between the Lions, Big Comfy Couch, literally the same brain cell. This is true. See, we have all the same memories. I was recently thinking about this too, because I was... it's a delay for you, but that was exactly the same time for you. That's hilarious. You sent it, like, as I was saying it also. That's hilarious. The other one, because, like, I guess it's not, I just jumped down. I was, like, thinking about these shows, because I was, like, reading about, various shows. I was honestly, to be honest, I was reading about shows that I didn't really watch, but that you watched, and I saw because of that, like, Backyardigans, Little Einsteins, stuff like that. Like, that was in my brain, so I was, like, reading about those. Because, like, I didn't really watch those that much. They were kind of too... I was too old by the time they were coming out. But I remember watching them by proximity, because you did. Between the Lines with the Dancing Fancy Pants. Yep. And Cliffhanger, hanging from a cliff. And that's why they call him Cliffhanger. I'm just slowly making my way down, I guess. I don't really see anything else to do here. But I was thinking of what was that? Like the PB&J Otters and Bear in the Big Blue House. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think the other part of the reason I was thinking about it was because there was the stuff to do with Blue's Clues, which I did watch a lot as a kid. So I was like reading about children's programming because I was like trying to look at the different children's programming I watched as a kid. You have a newfound appreciation for kids shows, seeing all the love that goes into the shows and how much of a good effect they have on kids. I agree. Yeah, I think kids programming is very interesting because there's definitely some that are like, you know, whatever, but like, and that's part of why I was doing it. I was like looking at all the different shows I watched and kind of like evaluating them now as an adult and seeing what I thought of them. Because there were definitely some that were kind of whatever and like not that great, but things like Between the Lines and Blue's Clues and Zaboomafoo are like really great shows. And like they do so much. It was reminding me of when I was playing the Humongous Entertainment games. I was thinking about similar things. Like, they're very clearly meant for kids, but like I really like the approach they've taken where they're like teaching kids stuff, but they're making it very engaging by setting things up in a certain way. But at the same time, it's not like just like trying to be mindlessly entertaining. It is still trying to teach like various skills and like manners of thinking. Big Blue House is lovely, the opening. That's the other thing. I don't remember all the openings that well. Like, once I hear them, I go, oh yeah, I remember that. But, like, I can't think of them off the top of my head. Other than Pekala, All the World is Square. Who wants to be square? Alright. Get him! Oh, this is not great. Let's just do this. They're all dead. All dead. We're good. Welcome to the big... So you said that. Welcome to the blue... Oh, no, I do remember it now. You're right. Welcome to the blue house. Right? And then... I don't remember even the rest of the lyrics, but I remember the beginning of it. But when you said that, all I could think of was the big doll house from Hairspray. There's no room left in the big doll house. Yeah, once you wrote that line out though, it did kind of trigger the memory. So I do vaguely remember like the beginning cadence of it. And then there's a bunch of the next lines like rhyme with Blue House, like the something something. You house. I don't remember the lines they did, but I kind of remember. There's a lot of bonfires here. There's a third one. Okay, this must be the final section. Oh, jellies. Oh, what? Oh, I can walk down there. Oh, there's a boss room. What the heck? You're having crazy deja vu, which definitely means you need to sleep. Ow. Alright, yeah, if you need to go to sleep, it's totally fine. You should go to sleep if you feel like you need to go to sleep. The deja vu, your brain is just repeating. It's like seeing things and going, yeah, I remember that happening in the future. Bro, not cool. Your brain is making fake memories. Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how you know it's sleep time. Your brain is fabricating memories. All right, well, if you're going to sleep, you know, good night. Get some rest. And yeah. Thanks for hanging out. It was a good time as always. It's always nice to hang out as siblings. Fun talking to you, always. Yes, always. Alright, get to one-shot the jellies. That's good. There's a sparkly over there. Let's go grab that. Oh, Krabby! Mr. Krabs, are you feeling it? Bro, I was setting up. Can you please... That's what I was gonna do. I forgot. I need to set another spell. That's what it was. Mr. Krabs, can you not? Alright, well, we're gonna have to go back to that bonfire to heal up. Let me just grab this sparkly. Where was it? Oh, that guy drowned with fire arrows. What a weird thing to have at that death spot. Oh, one more thing. You've developed a huge fear of crabs. Like, you made the connection that they are sea spiders, and that triggered something in your brain. Oh my goodness. that's combining like two of your big fears, right? Spiders in the ocean. So it's just an amalgamation of evil. I mean, crabs are great though. I mean, I say this as someone who likes spiders and is not and enjoys the ocean. So I guess maybe I am in a position where I of course would not be afraid of crabs. Literally, yes, they're so scary. You're so funny. You're so funny. They are basically the spiders of the ocean, though. This is true. The big spindly ones, yeah, like the deep sea crabs, like the big spider crab. Is that literally its name? I don't remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. And I guess there are some higher crabs. I mean, there's like the big spindly furry ones. I don't know if they're furry, but they're like spiny. I like crabs. So, also, alligators, crocodiles are terrifying. I mean, they are pretty scary. That I will admit is true. I mean, I think they're very cool, but obviously they are also kind of scary. They're just like prehistoric and I mean, I could quote the Archer line. I don't think you've watched Archer, but Archer has a line about alligators and crocodiles being like number 2 and 3 of his top fears because they're like perfect killing machines, unchanged for millennia, because they don't need to, because they're perfect already at doing what they do, which is kill or whatever. I don't know the exact line, but that's like the idea that he gets at, which is funny. And I guess I should let you go to sleep. I was gonna talk about something interesting about crabs, but I should probably let you sleep. But here's the interesting thing about crabs in short, which is carcinization is a process by which evolution just creates crabs. Things just turn into crabs as, oh, you know, I should have tried to spend my runes first. Well, I'm overleveled. This should be fine, right? It should be fine. Oh, it's fine. I'm not scared at all. You're so donezo. Bye-bye. Crab theory. Everything is crabs. Yeah, so carcinization is the process by which evolutionarily things just kind of converge on a crab shape. Crabs have evolved multiple times for whatever reason, because it's just a good shape, apparently, to have high fitness. No one really knows why. Your friends have told you all about that. There's a joke in your group for a long time. Okay, nice, good. Yeah, it's very funny to me. It's very interesting. It's actually really fascinating, but yeah, it's very nifty. Wow, that was a boss fight, and it was very, very easy. This is really emphasizing to me how overleveled I am. I absolutely obliterated that guy. What did I even just pick up? A weapon? I was like not even paying attention. That's how much it was not a problem. Wasn't it like a grafted blade greatsword? Was it? Okay, let me switch to sword. Order of acquisition. Oh, I picked up a whip at some point. I remember picking this up. Yeah, grafted blade greatsword. Okay, this is everything will be ideal specimen. Everything will become crabs. Okay, good night. Good night. All right, yeah. You should probably close the stream so you don't get distracted again. But yeah, good night. Have a good rest. See you later. Ooh, storied sword of Castle Morn, a revenger's weapon. It is burdened with oceans. This is like, it's a sword made of grafted blade greatsword. It is literally a greatsword made of swords. This is like the Iron Throne as a sword, right? Oh my goodness, wait, this game was written by George R.R. Martin or something, right? And they advertised that a lot before it came out, and now no one talks about it. But I guess he said, I'm gonna turn the Iron Throne into a sword and put it in this game. I don't think he had a choice, but maybe it might actually be a reference to that idea, just to like in homage to George R.R. Martin being part of the game or the story writing. Oceans of anger and regret, one of the legendary armaments, a lone surviving champion from a country now vanished, was so determined to continue fighting and claim the swords of an entire clan of warriors. Swear an oath upon the greatsword to avenge the clan, temporarily raising all attributes for a duration. While the oath's effects are active, poise will also be increased. So it just is a buff? Is there no downside? It makes it sound like there's a downside, but I guess it's just a buff. That's nifty. Way too strong, too much strength for me. Don't expect to ever use it, and that's okay, but it is kind of cool. Anything else over here? Just a bonfire to work to if I feel like it? Kind of weird. Man, wonder how that boss would have been if I wasn't like 40 levels over level. What level am I? 72. I'm probably higher than I'm probably like 50 levels higher than I'm supposed to be at this point when I do this. Speaking of levels, nope, still too far. 5,000. I'm almost there. What was I leveling? Vigor in mind, I was thinking I wanted to start leveling. Okay. My dex is high enough. This would just be to increase damage, which could be worth it. Oh, I wanted to level stamina so I could carry the charm or something. Although I'm at the point where my equipment's pretty good. What did I want to switch out? Some of the armor or something? No, I got to this point. I'm like, I literally can't carry anymore, I think, right? Yeah, I'm like, 0.3 is too much now. I was thinking I might want to switch to this to shorten the casting time, but that's too heavy. Although raising intelligence is obviously good. So actually that's probably fine. That just increases my strength on like everything that I'm using. So what was that I wanted to switch? That's I'm keeping. This is like my strongest armor right now. I mean, getting to higher armor here obviously would be nice, but this is much heavier. It would take a few points to get there. And same deal here. Yeah, this is much heavier. So I think I'm good on stamina for now. Well, I can think about it. I think I probably just start leveling. Well, intelligence also quite high already. Oh, am I high? Oh, this is the slot. I need to just assign a spell. What does this need to be? 52. I'm still 11 points away, even with my like extra 9 points that, or however many points that I have extra, 11 points or something. I'm at like 30, but it's giving me, I'm buffed up to 41 for my equipment. So I still need another 11 though. That's gonna take a while. Maybe that is what I start working towards. I don't know. There's not really any spells I really want. What did I remove that I was thinking I might need? I mean, now I definitely have extra slots. Slicer, blast, heavy blast, and then mob 1, mob multi, random spell for situational when it's a big enemy. Oh, the ice spells, that was what it was. Well, I also wanted to test them, right? Well, yeah, that was what it was. It was freezing mist. Yeah, we'll try that. That actually could be nice. The freeze is nice, as established. Alright, I think I've done everything here, so I guess I can just bail. That should be everything. Can I go back and talk to what's-her-name and tell her that I did it? Where was she? Over here, right? She was like right by the bridge, wasn't she? I don't even remember her name. Beside the Ramparts Jail. I like that they use the old-fashioned spelling of jail. One, because it's like interesting to see the other spelling, because most people don't know it. But that is number 2. Is so many people don't know that word is jail, and I like seeing the way people pronounce it when they don't know. It's I don't know why. It's like, I don't blame them, right? There's no reason they necessarily need to know that. And it's totally fine to make that mistake, but it is funny to me to see how they pronounce, how many people say gowl or goal. Like, why would that be pronounced jail? Oh, I could not tell you, but it is, because that's just the way jail was spelled before it was spelled the way it is now, as far as I understand. I don't know the etymological history of it super deeply. Just have sort of a cursory understanding. Moan Grave. Moan Grave. Let's go back over here and see if she's over here. And then if she's not, I might have to figure it out. I might have to try to figure out where she actually is. Because she's not showing up on the map. She was here though, right? Wait, where was she? She was like right at the start of the Weeping Peninsula, which is here. That's the bridge. Where was she? She's like right up here, was she, right? Where was she? Cannot for the life of me remember. Wait, I need to deliver the letter. That's what I need to do. Oh, shoot. I forgot that I had a specific thing I was supposed to be doing also. Did I never find him? Is he dead? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, let me check my inventory and look at the thing. It's probably, what, a key item? Letter addressed to the commander of Castle Morn. Gorgeous silken handkerchief, lightly stained with blood. Words can be made out within. Commander. Castle Morn. I guess maybe I'll just start walking back out, since maybe it's on the way back out. I don't see anything here. I hope he wasn't that guy. Because he's dead now. These are all jellies. They are not the commander. They are simply jelly. Nothing more than gelatin beings. I don't know why that tickled me, the idea that they're made of gelatin. Please no, please no, please no. Ow, bro. Wow, you really got behind that as cover? What skill? What prowess? This is where I dropped in. The rats. It's all been one way, though. Like, this is the other place I could have dropped in. Well, right? Or something. No. No, maybe not. The other side was. Maybe I should test out this ice spell real quick to see how it looks. I should try out the other one, too, actually. Right, so it just hits them once. Charging increases the delay, right? Or something. Oh, it just frostbites them though. Once they're frostbitten, it doesn't do more, maybe? Let me check the spell again. Bro. Okay, so it just builds up while they're in it. That's what's happening. It's just building frostbite on things in it, I think. Okay, that's not bad. That's sort of the idea of what I wanted anyway, I think, out of the frost spell. This other one is just going to be a single bolt, which will maybe cause frostbite, but... you know what, let's just put it on and see. See how it actually looks to use it on something. Okay, well, it's one-shotting stuff, so it's not great info. 362. How does this compare to other damage? It's less, but actually it's not bad damage-wise. And that's also, I was getting surprise damage on that, I'm pretty sure. Cost 12. Cast repeatedly and while in motion. I mean, that's not bad, actually. Releases a cold mist. Charging enhances the range, so it makes it bigger. But yeah, the mist, the cold mist just, it doesn't do damage, it just causes frostbite, which I think maybe is what I want anyway, because I can just make a big mist at the start of a fight and just force frostbite at the start to get bonus damage in. Because as I understand, that's what the frostbite does. I don't know, I don't remember exactly the details, but... I mean, the glintstone, the ice glintstone's not bad. Maybe I should compare it to the regular glintstone, though. Or wait, what's the price? What's the FP cost comparison? Or analog? That's the question, right? I wish, you know, I might have to go somewhere with stronger enemies where they don't get one shot to see if it'll proc frostbite immediately, or like how if it needs multiple hits. Because if it needs multiple hits, it also becomes a little bit less helpful. Not necessarily useless, because it's I can cast it repeatedly, so it's still nice. All right, 12. It's the equivalent of a grate. So let me equip a grate, and at least we can see the damage on damage comparison. We're not currently using grate, because we have Comet Shard. Let me hit the rats. Let me try to get the surprise on all the rats too. On the rat I hit. 370. Okay, wait, now they're all looking. So now no surprise, which is fine. 456. I don't understand the damage number sometimes, but 363. 370. It's like the same damage, but it also does frost. If that's the case, it's definitely worth it. I mean, I guess some stuff maybe resists, but I mean, the extra frost is so worth it compared to grate. Maybe I don't need meteorite. Maybe I could just have that and the cold. Although, if this gets frost quickly, I might as well use this because it because if this is, it still takes time and it's more expensive and it doesn't do any other damage. It's just bigger and AoE, so I guess it'll hit a bunch of stuff. But the times when I want the frost most are against single enemy, like bosses. Like, hitting a bunch of small enemies with frost is, who cares? Like, I would have just killed them without the frost anyway, right? Mostly. That's not always true. Sometimes it would still be helpful if it's a bunch of, like, medium-sized enemies chasing me to get frost on them just so I can kill them faster. It could be nice, but it's kind of situational. I think I still put this here. Now the question is, how do I order this? Because I actually would probably want... The thing is, this is not going to be something I'm going to be using immediately after a Terra Magica, because but I would maybe want to lead with this if I want to get the frost on early. It's not going to be something I'm going to be using against small enemies, because one, it's decently expensive and heavy. I mean, it's not that expensive, but it's like, it hits hard enough that it's probably not worth it. Like, a single target, it's easier to just use this or my sword. And then multi-target, obviously, is this. So that's the use case for those. These all have their own use cases. This is just strong single-target opener, especially in the circle. And this is just my general hard-hitting spell. And this is, obviously, Slicer. So this would sort of also be an opener. It's just an opener where I'm trying to fish for frost, instead of just getting a single hit of damage, which is probably more useful generally. This is just nice to have as an option against something where I think I might be able to get a giant chunk of damage in at the start. And, like, have it be significant enough to then kill quickly. The cloud only does frost, though, and it gives me the frost damage, but presumably this would as well once it triggers the frostbite. I'll have to test it on stronger stuff to make sure it actually triggers frostbite, or like in a reasonable amount of hits, which it should. I can't imagine it wouldn't. It builds up pretty quickly, I think. So if that's the case, though, where do I put it? Maybe just insert it here? Although these two are the ones that I want to use immediately after Terra Magica, is this and this. Because these are the ones where I want to, if I'm casting a Magica in the middle of a fight, I want to cast it, switch to Slicer if it's approaching, or Comet Shard if it's far. But if I'm in the opener, I cast Terra Magica, and then I switch to either Great Bow or Ice Crag, depending on what I want to do. So that's probably where I want to put it, is here, is before or after the Great Bow. Probably before, just to keep it a little bit consistent with like the scaling, like the order. Like later means it's stronger. It's going to be mess with my brain a little bit, though, because I'm used to this being after the Comet Shard. But I guess that's fine. And then these two are for separate, where I don't need the Terra Magica. It's just against random stuff. And this, of course, is very situational. Probably mostly not going to use it. Alright. So let's get the Ice. Bow. Swift. Arc. Meteorite. Okay. Alright, I still gotta find the commander and deliver this letter. Commander, please. How do I get out? Do I actually just have to warp out? Bro. I was in my map, please. Please. Alright. Up we go once more. Let's start exploring, looking for the commander. Is he not here? Is this not... This is Castle Morn. Let's not dive right off of the down into the elevator shaft and die. That would be less than ideal. Why do they dig these elevator shafts down into the abyss? Why do they not just have it end here on the ground floor? Seems very, very questionable to me. Looks questionable to me. Gonna rip my face off while we're going up. Did I activate this? I didn't. Oops. Oops. Alright, Commander, where are you? Did I miss you somewhere? Right at the beginning over here somewhere? Just run past everything? I mean, I guess so, right? Maybe I run past going this way again, though. Bye-bye. Oh, dang it. Okay, I'm gonna kill you. Alright, let's try that again. I swear! Can you not? Are you done? Alright, hello. Hopefully you weren't up on that level somewhere. Commander, where are you? Oh, yeah. Oops. I didn't really mean to roll that way. That was not what I was... That's the first time I've died in this whole area because I'm so overleveled. The only thing that could kill me is a cliff. Unfortunate. You know, I should send this elevator back down, because I'm never going to be coming at it from the top. Someday I'm definitely going to just run into this hole on accident and lose all my runes. Okay, I definitely don't want to lose those runes. It'll be losing 25,000 runes all over again. It will be very sad, as we always are every time that happens. Hey, thanks for following, by the way. There you go. Let's get those runes back. Try not to die while doing so. Just run past the pumpkin head. Bye. Let's see if I can get up here before they find me this time. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 Joseph. You know what they say. Hey, thanks for following. Alright, you need to die so I can get my runes. Stop. Thank you. Should be on. This. Ow! I didn't really want to use the spells on you. I didn't need to, but I wanted it for the flying ones. Alright, that's dealt with. Commander. I feel like I haven't gone to the other side where I keep hearing sounds. That's, you know what? No, this is the side. Where am I? But that's the, okay. So normally I've been going up there, around down here. Now this takes me around here. I haven't done this section. I just completely missed this. I kept dropping down on that side. I just somehow didn't notice this here. Okay. Found something. Commander. Some golden runes. Way! Bro. You're way out of your league. Commander? That's a cliff. You were just here. I just ran past you and defeated the boss without you. Hello. You must be the only person left. You must be the commander.
I'm Edgar.
You can't even see my face.
Of this castle, as ordained by Lord
Oh,
Godric
Lord
himself.
Godric.
But you can see how things have turned out.
Indeed.
The menials.
The
all
menials.
about. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems
So they
it was
were
all
actually just
an act.
servants. I see.
Foul creatures, as it said. And true enough, they're foul inside and out. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morn
Well,
won't hold much longer.
lucky for me.
This, by way of apology.
Oh, thanks. Lucky for... Ooh, cool. I like that. Lucky for me, Oh, I can choose not to give the letter. I mean, I said I would. Look, I do what I say I'm going to do. I don't really understand the consequences of this, if there's something I'm missing, but here you go.
From Arena. Thank you. I'm in your debt.
You're welcome.
But I can't leave yet.
Okay, well, what...
Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain.
Bro, you're the only one left.
The treasured sword of Morn does not fall.
Oh, I already got that, by the
into
way.
wrong hands.
I bet if I talk to him, I say, look, I have the sword. You can leave now. That's why I needed to beat the boss in this dungeon. So I'm supposed to find that out before, but I already beat the boss and got the sword. And now I'm like, oh, wait, I already got that. Here, you mean this sword? Is this what you're talking about? But, I was gonna tell him, lucky for you, he's like saying, oh, I don't know what you came here for, but sorry, castle's not gonna stand much longer. Well, lucky for you, I literally only came to say hi to you, so doesn't matter that's fallen. Here,
I'm
look.
in your debt.
I got the sword.
For keeping the sword from those fallen creatures. I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Irina, I will spend my remaining days with her.
Alright, yeah, go be a better dad.
Thanks to you, I will be reunited with Irina and devote my remaining days to her. Irina has a gentle nature, though. I only hope it remains intact.
I hope you can find her.
Thanks to you, I will
All right.
even devote. Irina has a. I only hope.
Okay, finally. Too bad I can't find Irina and tell her I did it, but I guess he'll go find her somewhere. Alright, we're good to go. So we can go back here and do this section. Now start to this side of the peninsula. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll just start exploring this section now. There's a wall here. There might be something down here. Some beasts. Ooh, a little house, a little shack. Is it shack number 5? Classic. Oh, no, it's a different shack. I don't immediately recognize this shack. Wait, maybe I kind of do? No, no, no. It's not one of the shack shapes I immediately recognize. Oh my goodness. I just heard the squeaking. I was wondering what it was. Oh, they look like they're mad. Is there... Huh. Something inflicting madness around here? Curious. Okay, well, I was gonna try to fight that mousey. Oh, there it is. 314. Approximation of pi damage. Well, 100 pi. It's a little campfire. Oh, and there's just a guy here. Everyone's mad. They all have the madness in their eyes. It's concerning. So overleveled. I'm just chopping through everything. Okay. That sounded like madness. Are you the one? Oh no, you're just another mad person. Okay. Throwing mad. I mean, that could be. You could be the reason everything's mad, I guess. They seem to be. People who cause madness seem to be mad themselves, generally. Actually, I guess that's true. Even the spells we get that cause madness also push us towards madness. Which makes sense. Oh, is this another village that got consumed by madness? Is that what's happening? Okay. I didn't really do this stuff over... Oh, I did this, but I haven't done all this, which I guess is connected, so that's fine. Alright, we'll try to clear out this village. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. They're all twitching right before I kill them. They can sense what's coming. Okay. These are a bunch of buildings that I do not appear able to enter. Meaning they are effectively giant rocks. Ah, dang, I can't fit through there. I was trying to cut through. Ooh, this looks like a church. It is full of rats. They're too short. I can't hit them. Alright, what do we got? Flame of Frenzy. More madness spells. Or incantations, rather. Curious to look at it. Oh, look at all this madness. Cool. What do we got here? Sacred Tear. A nice. Ay! Bro. What are you doing? We like a good Sacred Tear. I can't remember if one is enough. I think it might be. I don't know if it ever goes. I think it was still enough at least last time. We'll find out next time we get to a bonfire. I hear more mad rats. Ooh, Flame Crest wooden shield. That's kind of a cool wooden shield. Cool looking shield. It's got flame decals on it. I don't even actually. I'm not really into. Oh, here it is. It's the shack. Shack number 5. But I don't know. Somehow it had like an interesting thing going to it. Just I guess with the upside down teardrop shape. It's nifty. Okay. Village seems clear. That's a cliff. Let's not run off that. Ooh, it's almost time to end. Which, I mean, is one thing. But in particular, today, time to end also means time to watch the, Ow, bro. Oh my goodness. Time to watch the Pokemon Direct soon. How am I whipping? Wild. Look at all these arrows I got in me. Which, looking forward to seeing. I mean, I don't necessarily expect to see too much. But it'll be nice to get some news. Hopefully see something good. Something. Ooh, bonfire. It's just one sitting here. Let's check that Sacred Tear, I guess, while we're here. And I guess, you know what? That might be a good place to stop. I don't know. I guess technically I'm 2 minutes short of usual end time. Oh, it's telling me. Heck yeah. Alright, I'm probably going to get basically full health again now. I mean, I definitely am getting full FP, because I think I already basically was on the last charge. And now I'm an extra charge above it. Wait, let me just clear out this side of this little plateau, and then we'll probably end. Yeah, we'll just end here. So, while I'm running through this, let's... is there something here? Ooh, a sparkly. Thanks for another stream. Yeah, thanks for... So yeah, as always, thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, or the rest of your morning or evening, what have you. As always, okay, so if you would like to see the schedule for the week, which I posted on Sundays on Twitter, so every Sunday I post a schedule for the coming week, and you can find that on Twitter. You also can get notifications for when I go live on Twitter. I post those every time I stream, you know, as long as I don't forget or whatever. And, you know, random other tweets. Any announcements I have, like, as, for example, the project I've been working on for months now. Eventually, when it gets announced, it'll probably be announced on Twitter, although I'm sure I'll also talk about it here. If you want to watch the archives, the past 2 weeks, of course, are kept on Twitch, but anything older than that, up to the past year or so, will be on YouTube, linked down below, so as is Twitter. And then, as for the schedule for this coming week, do I have enough for a level? Oh, I'm so close. I might have to just use some runes to level up at some point soon. Everything here is so weak. I'm getting no. It's taking me so long to get runes. For this coming week, so Friday will be Hades is the plan. That's what I'm planning to do on Friday. So it's been a couple weeks since I played it, but I do want to get back to it. Try to finish up the game. So we'll be doing that on Friday. Monday, of course, we'll be back to Stray for probably the final stream. I'm pretty sure it'll be the last stream of Stray. So it'll be fun to finish that. See how we probably finish. Maybe do some achievements, since I think the finishing of the game won't take the whole stream. And Wednesday, a week from today, we will be back with more Elden Ring Wednesday. So that'll be that. And yeah, I felt like I had something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember now, so oh well. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. As always, I hope... What? I just am so stuck. I feel like there's something to say. Whatever. In any case, until next time, see ya.